And we are live. Tonight is a special night. The dalish files. Let's react to weird text between two freaks. I cannot wait to cover the cringe. I cannot wait to cover the person that's so possessive to a person that doesn't get or give the love back. So this is the new format of the Saturday show. Thank you for joining me, Dragon and Miss Sparkle. I'm excited about that. We waited an hour because Dragon wasn't ready. Now we are.
Yes, I wasn't because it's the editing, the other ones, and I may have cut out too much.
I think you did, but that's fine. I hopefully you didn't cut the important stuff. How are you, Miss Sparkle? Welcome back. Is the Sparkle there? Is she there? Maybe she's not there. Um, so I guess we can start. So be ready, folks, for the cringe.
LMAO.
He's had a crush on you for a while, so we kind of helped him take a chance. See, you were great, very fun, and you fit with his style of.
Okay, let me introduce this. This is a man who met her she worked with Mint Salad, and there's another YouTuber by the name of, I think it's Zai. Forget what her name is. She was demonetized on YouTube, but she's done the e-thottery route for a while. She did work with, what's her name? Female comedian on FNT, Christy Mayer. She worked with that, and then she did some stuff, and that's where. But Zai also had like an e-thought fansly, OnlyFans section. She did that, and that's where he saw dalish. But prior to this, he was friends with Minton Riley. But through the understanding, these DMs only came out because I sent a video to Cynic, who runs FFS Podcast. He basically goes over Tony as well. He was friends with dalish, and then Tony, in his buffoonery, decided to open his mouth about imprint comics. He was asked a question about imprint comics and Cynic's, why him and Tony fight. He proceeded to tell the story about Wizard and dalish. Then he proceeded to say, at a party while he was high, slapped her butt with a pizza box with his hand, then blamed it on the pizza box.
Essay.
And there's a thing with the story. These messages are
Dragon. The story you're telling me, it's like blaming a gun for gun violence while someone is holding the gun. And we know the left likes to do that, so keep going, Dragon.
So it culminated with him coming on the Dick and Vito show later that year after these messages concluded. Now, Multi wasn't into the whole
Dragon,
and we know how Discord because
you're glitching,
said,
my Dragon. Dragon is glitching.
Let me see after it load.
Oh, I think now it's
no roboting.
Yeah, it's good. You're back. The Dragon is back.
Dune was loading. So on the biggest problem in the universe the other day, Tony said we basically don't have the context because we didn't read the full DMs and we didn't see the 3-hour phone calls and the Discord messages. We now have them. So he just dug himself another grave. Figuratively, these messages are cut down for his. I will tell you where link below if you have the stomach to listen to them and read through. But some of them, see, Multi, I disagreed with some of what Multi cut out. It's a little bit going to be cringe. Because on the Dick and Vito show, that's where he was just on, Dick and Vito basically critiqued him. Along with Cynic showed up. So he doubled down. I also have that as well if we get to it. But these are some of the DMs that led to it. These are edited down for his channel, but I went through them. And
I kept most of what mattered. Among the few things I did hesitate was address situation. I will basically explain.
You didn't address the situation. There's a lot of drama that surrounds this man. He basically believes he's more important to the world than he is. Due to these DMs, he got kicked out of CG because he was in Comicsgate. And he's also very conspiratorial and other stuff too.
So to get back to the dress thing, so there's a moment where apparently he got donations and he gave the donation, or I should say, he used the donation to buy a dress to some OF person that we will get to see. But simp level 1000 there. When you get donation from your fan and you use that money to purchase a dress to the object of your obsession, it's kind of unique, but I didn't keep it because I was like, yeah, it's something, but
it's cringe.
I mean, it's cringe, yeah. So now let's get into it. Now that we got the dragon lore,
crazy our shows are known for. By the way, all the other stuff we talked about in DMs, I meant every word. I think you're very smart, fun, interesting, and cute. That said, Wizard is my buddy, and he deserves a chance to open up to you without.
So, right now it's flirting 101 when you don't know how to be subtle, you know, and we will see a lot of that. So again, that's the big warning, folks. We will have two freaks on text. So let's read more of, or let's hear more about that. What's going on?
Is it
Worrying about
glitching.
me.
Oh,
So, I'm gonna be keeping it just friends between us.
2 weeks is not a while.
It is in virgin time, Winky Face.
this is cringe, and you're lagging again, Dragon. I don't know what's up with your internet, but you're lagging again. Virgin time. What the f is that? That's weird. That's weird. Again,
okay, let
two
me
freak
tell
next
you,
to each
there
other.
was a joke. There was a joke between Wizard of Wordplay and Wizard joking. So Wordplay, who was his co-host for 2 months, who he was going to do a running gag that was a virgin. All right.
Okay,
Following.
that's a joke.
He was going to say he's a virgin. And at one point, he said he had a crush on Dalish.
Okay.
So he had an interest in her. It goes on to prove that he was the one with the crush. And see, you got to bear in mind, at this time, she was still mostly an OnlyFans or her woman, depending on what you want to say. She was not with anybody, but through the course of these messages, see, Wizard eventually separated from Tony because Tony was abusive. Like every former co-host or someone close to Tony who was on his panel, he was all abusive to.
That's sad.
And Wizard eventually, the other thing you're not going to be going over was, and it's not in the messages, Wizard, Tony eventually joked about Wizard Minecrafting himself because he was in a depressive state. So Tony's a grade A individual. So,
That's sad.
and there's a lot of context to these messages that happened. They started in summer, but it was like 6 months of messages, and it culminated and the trip when he got to the biggest problem in the universe. And
So I think now it's fair to say the weird flirt starts now, and let's hear more of that flirtation if it
Surprised
continues.
to see the chat was fairly gentle with me. I am small and breakable, though. Oh geez, I probably should have finished reading your other messages before saying that. LOL.
My chat is nice to entertaining people.
So right now she ends she's naughty, she's naughty girl there. The naughty girl. That's basically the OF content creator right now, and we all
so
know
what
what's
you
going
cut
on in the
out,
OF.
what I think I accidentally cut out that you wanted was in the beginning when he was trying to get her on stream to work with her.
Yeah, I did want to keep that. So
I can go
he
find
asked
that.
her,
That culminates in the pet elf girl text.
he asked her basically, no, like we already have 33 minutes, so I will explain. So I wanted to keep some of the text. So basically he has a channel, and he really wanted that lady to be part of his YouTubes. And I think the reason is he wanted clout, and he wanted to push his channel further by using a pretty lady. And I think the other motive, the other reason is he wanted to bond with her in some ways. And um, so yeah, they had talks about her appearing on his channel, and I think they happened. And at some point it's referenced as well if you didn't cut it out. So yeah, he wanted to stream with the OF content creator. The OF content creator he is flirting with. Um, let's play more of
I'm
that now.
aware of the effect I have on women. It's fine. I heard Wiz confess that I sent those super chats.
He did.
So he says he has an effect on women. Okay, I doubt it, simply because I've seen the entire video. Maybe he had a desperate lady at some point, but he seems like someone that's not so great with the ladies. So when he says, "Oh, usually it works," I think that person doesn't realize no, like he just bluntly ignore. I can't spoil what we will see in the future, but he ignores the rejection, and I think he just doesn't know how to bond with the ladies. And by saying, "Oh, I work with them," it's like pretending you are successful, and it's kind of sad because you're not honest with yourself, and you're not honest with the people. Um, it's sad, but people like that exist. So let's read or hear more about that.
Now I feel so silly. Laugh emoji.
Don't feel silly. I meant those things. We can talk about it after I finish my stream if you want. It's an empty StreamYard if you want to chat.
Call me on Discord instead. LOL.
Oh, you better believe that's a...
My chat that vanished was just me saying take 69 shots. LOL.
If they do, I might start saying how adorable you are. YouTube acts dumb. I tried to type shots until I die, and it wouldn't go through.
It's a good thing Wizard bailed on this stream then. Haha. Oh, it must not like shot or shots. I don't know, that's stupid.
Our secret. So, it turns out I said some things.
What do you mean?
I just said how you have a sexy ass and were really cute. That I did the show because you asked me to.
You could have said
Well, we are back with weird flirtation there. And when we see drunk talk like that, it's kind of special. So, let's play more of that now.
for a worse thing.
So, yeah, I'm not that drunk. I'm free if you want to call me on Discord.
I don't know how you could try.
So now it's two in a row, like two texts, not necessarily in a row, but they are pretty close from each other, invites several times the lady to join him, and um, she talks about something else. And I think that's a clear sign that
Um,
she's not that interested.
then no, there's a part of it when you actually see the full messages. They did have more flirtatious messages on the Discord, and the Discord messages are not like we're just gonna now get the Discord messages, and Discord messages are far worse.
But again, I don't think um, she sends the signal that she has any interest in him, but he is obviously very interested by her. Um, and it's already the seeds of what will happen next. But she's still kind of nice to him because I think she sees him as a consumer, like many others, at least at that point, because their friendship isn't fully formed yet.
Um,
Um,
there's a part in here I know you probably cut it out. Like she eventually confronts him towards the end, and then says, "Do you just want me to treat you like one of the simps?"
I think
Because
I
like,
kept it. I
oh
remember
god,
enjoying
see,
that part.
it's
I'm
not.
pretty sure I kept it.
I may have cut it.
Maybe you did cut that, but I know I kept it.
Oh, I could go back and find it.
Yeah, find it while we cover that because I think it's very important. That's one of the most important thing.
Because towards the end, that it's kind of like she wasn't really interested. He knows. I don't know if he knew he was getting played versus he's just bad. And there's a part to it that it's some of the messages that are more weirder that I know he didn't keep. It's the idea is I can understand why he didn't keep them, but there's a calm part, and then he goes back to talking about my dick, and goes back to the machismo like days later. So yes.
So let's play more of that.
That much and still be able to talk. I'm about to fall asleep. Min has been asking me to join that Discord call, but I haven't been able to make the time.
High tolerance. No worries. Have a good chat with Mint or have a nice. Hopefully, being on Gabbing with Geeks will get you a few more subs and backers. Tonight's link.
Nice. Just got home from running around.
Hope you had fun.
Yeah, I had a great day so far. It should continue on GWG. LOL.
My day's been meh. I gotta go stop in on my uncle's birthday party.
Not much longer.
So, what's JWJ?
Hmm?
Dragon. They mentioned JWJ. Is that the show of Frog?
Gabbing with Geeks was a program he was doing.
Okay. And what was really that program about?
He does a Saturday program talking about geekdom.
Okay. That's pretty large and vague. Interesting. So
You
you
would
wanted
think
that.
it's interesting, but not when you're not a gaming channel. It's
Yeah,
a bunch
you're
of
right.
weirdos that he's basically a Sony pony.
And it's kind of funny how he wanted the OF model to be part of that.
Oh
I
no,
guess
he
for the
did
ID.
have her there.
Yeah.
Until stream. I hope I don't suck.
You're gonna do great. I only ask good streamers to join the panel.
Yeah,
That's a
but I gotta
crock of
make your
shit.
day not meh.
Just talking to you is doing that.
Did you notice which bikini I'm wearing?
Was it the one I sent you?
Yes. Hi.
Hey,
So he sent her a frog bikini.
Oh, that's cringe.
Yes, he has a merch shop. Yes, there's a lot.
Well, I guess we can play more. But what's going on right now is they aim together and they spend some time together, and Um, they are flirting, or I should say, he is flirting, and she plays along. But he wants her on his show to spend more time with her and to also use her as a transaction, maybe for eye candy or some crap like that. So, for clout, I guess.
Finished eating already? So, I was talking to Riley, and it seems like you are going to visit Monday. I looked at the flights for next Friday, and they're ridiculously priced. Not to mention, they would have to drive 2 hours to go pick me up at the airport. However, we can hang out at the Biggest Problem live show / Free Riley Fest, unless you want me to fly to your state to hang out. Lol.
Never started. Damn.
So, I will say this. Once again, he is the one that offers to do something and he wants to do it. The idea never comes from her. And it all makes sense because she's not that interested in the guy, but he's really interested in her. And yeah, it's sad. It's happening with a lot of men out there. It's unfortunate. So don't fall in love with the OF model. You may end up like that frog guy.
I really want to go to Free Riley Fest, depending on where it ends up being. 2-hour drive is the worst, though. It's understandable.
You better eat something, unless it's held in some small town with no airport.
Oh, the
I'll
thing
be
about
there.
this is
I will.
she has basically severe anorexia.
Oh my, that's sad.
And she
But I'm not surprised because a lot of
and
OF
he
model
kind of
destroy their
makes sure
body.
it eats.
But again, I'm not surprised because I think a lot of these OF model they push their bodies in extremes for the money. It's sad.
Yeah, she's not there.
I think it's funny you talked to Riley.
Seriously, though, I really enjoyed talking to you last night, and I hope that we can do it again sometime. I want to get to know you better, and hopefully you want to get to know me. Well, this is awkward.
LMAO, sorry. Had to book my flight for tomorrow.
I was just looking at all the wall of replies, thinking I'm a pain in the ass. Lol. Nice! Hopefully you'll have a great trip and get to eat all the mint you want.
Wizard wants me to call him, but I literally have no time for it. LOL.
Oh, she did work with mint salad. Yeah.
Really?
He basically, so they did, mint salad does softcore, but see, mint salad was known for water sports and cosplay pays the bills.
That's sad.
I don't think I was gonna be this busy tonight. I'm very anxious, but excited for the trip.
You never call me. I get like that whenever I have to fly anywhere. I'm anxious for days before the flight, then mellow out once I'm on the plane. Call me on Discord after your stream, since I'm not.
She was staying in California, so she would fly out. And she did the stuff with Mint that week. And there's a whole timeline with this.
Going to be able to drag you away from Mint on.
Welcome back. We can hear you now. So you missed out on a few weird moments where he really likes her, she doesn't really like him as much, and he keep offering her yeah, you can do this, you can come here, I can come to you. It's like he is really working hard to kind of get her, but like she is not interested. It's sad. It's so sad to witness. Like, men sometimes. I'm a man myself, and sometimes I don't understand others.
Yeah.
Guys, stop simping for OF models because this is exactly what's going on now. So they're also flirting a lot, but I mean, OF model, they flirt all day with strangers, so it doesn't mean much. So I guess now we will continue
Next week.
Let me call you during my layover in Denver. It's in 5 hours.
Okay, I can talk that long if need be. You survived your plane ride?
Just got to Denver. One more flight to Mint. LOL. It wasn't as scary as I thought, but I'm not sure I liked it.
That's what I said when I tried anal. Oof. If you're bored, I got some free time to talk. If I misread the situation, please let me know. I don't want you feeling uncomfortable. Have a good trip. See you on the pan. You got game.
So I did cut there, but do you guys really think she will come out and say, at least at that point in the relationship, she'll come out and say, yeah, you step over the line? Um,
No, because you're
There
still giving her stuff.
is okay. The other half of these messages that we don't know is the other half is the Discord messages. This is the total because if you don't have the stomach to go over the whole 2 hours. The
I don't.
problem is it gives a lot of context because she wasn't dating anybody or she had broken up from somebody.
Later on, she says she cannot be with someone because she likes people that don't like her back. I know I kept that.
So there's a part in there where see that's one of those parts of me just got cut
So
out.
Miss Sparkle, you're a woman. So what do you think of that situation where he asked her to be honest? Do you think a woman tend to be honest that early in a relationship or in a situationship or whatever you can call that? I don't know.
It depends on the hoe. I mean, these kind of chicks aren't usually honest. They're not going to be.
Why is
So,
that? Why
'cause,
aren't they
that's how
honest?
she gets her money.
I like it. That's good for a
So
woman,
she
folks.
was fishing
Yeah.
other guys. She had a
Most likely
couple,
she
but
had
when
to,
she because it did come out that she was dating Johnny from the Dick Show.
So now we said it. Women won't always be honest in that field, and it
No,
makes sense
yeah,
because I mean their income depends on people thirst, and if you
Mhm.
tell if you give them the right hour of the day, they may not like that, and they may not pay you. So you need to be complacent and nice, even if it's not what you feel. Um,
Well, there's a
Go
way to
ahead.
tell if she's doing that to you. I mean, it was obvious. He just, if she's not like, I don't know. It was kind of obvious the situation. I mean, he's like old enough to be her dad, and she didn't even send nudes or anything right off the bat. He
Yeah.
took forever to join him. I just think there's a way you could tell that that's what she's using you for. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I
And
think
it's a transaction. The relationship at that point is a transaction, and I
no,
don't
it's
think it
one
will evolve.
sided. Like he
Yeah,
would.
one sided.
There's the Discord messages show a more intimate. The one that like how it started.
So I guess now we can play
Yeah.
that we made it clear that she's not fully honest with him, and it makes sense because her income depends on people being desperate. It's kind of sad.
I better watch out for you. Kinda jealous of Mint now. Mint got to enjoy your cute little self, and all I got was leftover Taco Bell.
One day we will meet. I pinky promise. Pinky promise. It's the most serious of promises to make, LOL.
And I will take you out for dinner and a movie. It's legally binding. Did you think about me while you were streaming? And if no, why not? Lol.
What do you mean? During which stream?
The spicy one. I was trying to be flirty. I told you I never done that before. I don't know what time your flight is, but if you are stuck at the airport on a layover and you need someone to talk to, then DM me.
I have a 4-hour layover around 12 p.m. My flight takes off at 11 a.m. Maybe.
Damn. I'll be on my job then, but I can text, just not talk. Your poor booty looks so red. I want to give it kisses until you feel better.
I'm gonna.
See, that's what.
So, what's your reading of that last like minute, because now it's been a minute. So what's your reading, Miss Sparkle? What's going on here? What's the take of the lady
She's
on the
talking about her
on the
butt. I don't know what you mean.
um what I mean is do you think she is any interested with the last minute we had?
uh, she's not saying she's not interested. She should have been
What
straight
would
up.
she?
She, what did I say? We should have said, I said the same thing because I personally think it's hilarious that, like, when the messages start, because when it got to the elf part, looking for the house elf part, she wasn't freaked out about it at all. And I'm like, you should have created an basically a distance. So
She should have just not been talking about her butt so much with him if she didn't want him talking about her butt.
That's a fair take. I like it. You're right. But that's the OF model, so I guess that's all she can think of.
And I don't
'Cause
believe him. I think he's a liar because he originally started saying he was buying her OnlyFans, and then he said he wasn't.
oh yeah,
And then,
no, he lied about that on the Dick Masterson part.
yeah, did he? Yeah, I don't believe him. I think he's a liar.
Interesting. So the flirt is all about lies.
Take the world's smallest nap before Mint takes me to the airport.
Sweet dreams.
Good
He
morning.
has massive
Good morning,
anxiety
babe. I have fun being a smart ass.
I don't give a fuck.
She has massive anxiety disorder.
Yeah, she has some massive anxiety disorder. I'm gonna argue with you about this again. She has so massive anxiety disorder, but she gets self nudes and shit on OnlyFans.
Well, she does have issues because she's younger. She's 20 something years old, folks.
Yeah,
That's
And
only
how old is the guy?
Was
43.
42 or 42? 43. 42
That's
or 43
sad.
at the time.
That's so sad. When you need to hit only 20 years old, that's not even interested. It's so sad. Oh, no. Poor guy. Is it working? No. Dragon, I don't know what's up, but like, it doesn't work. No more sound. But at least we got pictures. Dragon, what's up with that? So I got 1 hour more of work. Last time you were excited to see Mint. You're just
You're right.
going home.
Yeah, you're right. I'm excited to get home, but it's not the same as excitement to get Mint. LOL.
So based
Yeah.
on my understanding, Mint is a content creator out there, I think.
Yeah, she's a special girl, and she makes content. Yeah.
So I guess now we are talking about lesbians.
I don't even know if
Mint
they did do lesbian content. I don't even know if they did it. Whatever. I just know that. See, the thing is that the way he screwed up too was that she said that she doesn't like always talking to dudes who only want to talk to her about her looks and her own F stuff, and he went straight into talking about it like that. I think that's where he lost her. That's when he lost her, was when he wouldn't get off of her butt and shit like that. So she fed into it. I think he might have had a chance if he wouldn't have went straight into
That's
sexualizing her.
interesting.
Yeah.
I like it. Nice take. Why do you think it's happening? Why do you think going straight to bedroom fun triggered her and made her not interested anymore?
It just turns you into a client.
That's understandable, and I think from his angle, he didn't understand that that's what you said. He's turned into a client.
Yeah.
I think if he acted normal with that person, he would have gotten more chances. But I might be wrong. I
think so too. I think that he screwed it up by. Yeah. It's just
but that's sad because again, that's a 40 years old hitting only 20 years old because no 40 years old wants to be with him. I don't know. That's sad. That's sad. But again, I think naturally and biologically, women are driven toward older men simply because usually they are successful or they have more money than them. But when that's a 20 years old gap, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe that's
yeah, they are, but
sympathization.
he's not successful though. Is he successful at all? Like, does he make more money? I don't.
I actually don't know. Dragon
Mm,
is the all knowing. Based on my
mm.
understanding, they stream, but it cannot mean much because I stream and I'm not making money of it for now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know. But he seems to have a bunch of people, but I used to have a bunch of people as well, so I don't know.
No, Tony. Okay, Tony gained his fame from the. Supposedly, this is a rumor and it's a story I was told. He gained it from the Amico fame because he claims that he goes back to Gamergate, and then he had an interview with Tommy Tellerico of Amico days.
Okay.
Now,
How much money does he make
now
then?
the funny
Doesn't
thing
make a lot
about
though.
this comes along
Is he
is he
making
was
money right now? Is he rich?
No.
he's not rich, he's not poor, like he gets donations, but it's really, is he making enough to quit his full-time job?
No.
No. He's making, because I don't pocket watch people.
What does that even mean?
Okay, pocket watching him would say, okay, he's basically is doing the e-thought thing now where he's getting drunk for shots. But then again, this is contradicted by his own statement that drugs and alcohol don't affect him, yet he got stoned at the party. And he gets tipsy easy.
That's interesting.
And here's the actual fact. He's not that he's poor. He gets people to donate. Like, it's like this weird part about his goal. Like, he's almost to No Monster May kind of thing, where it's like, he said someone donated, but he has a guy he used to donate to other channels, donate him $100 on drinks every so often.
Wow.
So it's like, all right.
Doesn't he work at a warehouse or something like that?
No, he's working at a garbage factory at the moment.
Yeah, see, then he's not making that much money.
So the thing
Yeah.
about this is, yeah, he makes like above industrial hours, and he does have a backstory. But this issue is, when this issue came up, it was the fact that he was giving some of his show money to them.
So let's play more of that because I'm curious to hear more about it.
To get home, but it's not the same as excitement
now
to get
it's
to
working.
mint. LOL.
So, you said I made you flustered easily. Is that because you like me? I need to get Riley to clip that part for me.
Oh,
You're good at
man.
flirting with me. LOL. It gets me blushy.
That's one of my
Yeah,
goals.
yeah.
Okay, I'm out of work. Gonna go grab a bite at this diner. I'm good at flirting with you because I actually mean what I say. Cause I'm gay for you.
Oh, gay for me? That's fucking adorable.
So I'll ask you, the lady, what's your
Mhm.
rating on that? The last 30 seconds. What's up?
She's
Is it working?
flirting back with him. She's giving him. She's making him think it's working, and I think that's messed up. Yeah.
Oh, do you see when I was watching that? That's why I kept it. I was like, you know what? I think she is playing on him, and I think I read the exact thing as you, and I'm a guy, so now I think I understand women better. Thank you, Miss Sparkle, because I actually thought about it. That's why I kept it. I was like, she must have been playing along, and I think she will do it a lot throughout the stream. And that goes back to what I said. It's transactional, but for a woman to just reinforce what I said, I'm like, oh, here's the win for me. Here's the W for me. I like it. So, do you want to add anything else on that?
I just think it's stupid that she's doing that to him. When she knows how he feels about her.
It's sad. It's sad.
Yeah.
That guy is just a very sad case of, let's call it that way. He is an incel, and in reality, I used to be an incel for years, but I was just unlucky, and there are many factors. And I'm actually very lucky because my wife is amazing. So I get out of that celibacy I didn't
So
want.
he had his thing was he was married to a woman, and I guess they had a child together. He was always a narcissistic abuser. When he finally got a divorce, he was kind of like an emotionless support.
Mhm.
So just to give you an idea, she would cry, and then he would ignore it. Now,
Okay.
fun fact about him is
He's gay.
after they broke up, she said she would Minecraft herself, and he just hung up the phone.
Yeah, well,
That's
still,
dark.
I don't like that crap anyways.
That's
Usually,
kind of
you're not
bad,
gonna.
but there's also a thing to get custody of a child. He had to move back in with his parents.
Mhm.
Now,
Does he have custody?
he had custody, got custody,
Well,
but he
that's
had
never.
to move
That's
back in with
never.
his
That
parents
shows
after the divorce.
not a good sign of the chick, though, because they rarely
And
get that
then,
custody.
then there's this thing about it is this is all public because he told this story on his stream.
Mm.
Now, the thing about this is he hasn't had a really good relationship most of the part with like women like Katie did who left him. Ray or Reality or Saggy Melons, depending on what you know her by, was the only woman who stood by him. But the trick is a lot of this is interesting because he tried to crush hard on Dalish. Like there's a line in the biggest problem in the universe section. Dick asked him, "Did you really like Dalish?" There's like this long pause,
Yeah.
and like, "No, I didn't." Like he's tearfully crying.
Yeah. Okay.
That's sad.
That's sad.
That's sad.
You're funny.
Folks, why? Why is it like that? Folks, the world is a sad place. So let's
Yes.
play more of that. More of the sadness.
Horrible, lol.
Super gay. You gonna take the night off, or you coming by to do shots?
Oh, by the time I get home, you'll be done with stream. I won't get back to my house until 8 p.m.
Maybe next week. Have a safe flight. If you want to call me later, I'll be up.
I'll shoot you a message as soon as I land.
So,
before we get into that big chunk, I'm glad you kept it, Dragon. I really feel like, and I might be wrong, so the lady will correct me if I am, but I really feel like up to that point, it's purely transactional and it's really one-sided. So do you agree with these two statements?
It's one-sided right here.
Yeah,
Wasn't this where she was
the
being
guy
told
likes
during
her,
the
but she
The
doesn't
thing
like
is, you
him.
cut out in the beginning. I think it was there. It's the part where he said, "I'm gonna get the pet elf girl." That should have scared the living shit out of her.
Yeah.
No, I doubt it. She's seen worse. I know that she's heard worse. There's no. I don't think that. I no.
But again, I will
I've
repeat the
heard worse.
question.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
fair to say up to now it's purely transactional and it's one-sided? The guy likes her, but she doesn't like him, and she sees him as a cash cow, and he sees her as someone he can get. But he can't in reality. So am I thinking
Well, she's leading him
somewhere?
on, but I don't think that there's like anything gonna happen between it. Yeah.
So I'm right to say it's one-sided.
Yeah.
And I'm right to say it's transactional because she does what she does because he pays her, right?
Yeah.
That's sad.
That's
More
sad.
sadness.
More
More
sad.
sadness, folks. This is the world of a incel in a nutshell.
it's no secret that I'm super gay for you. I think everyone knows that. However, I don't think it's fair to you to not let you know that I'm not looking for anything serious at the moment. I like what we going on right now. And tossing in some spicy DMs to the mix or a meetup is fantastic. I just don't have the stability for a girlfriend. I know that I wrote a lot, but Hopefully, you're on the same page so we can continue having fun together.
So I think it's BS. He clearly wants it, but I think at that point he kind of
Okay,
realized maybe he's wasting time.
okay. He friend zoned himself 3
Yeah.
times. He
Yeah.
literally, there's a part about with Wizard. He actually friend zoned himself and said, "I'm going to give Wizard a shot." In the beginning, he hinted of all the messages. He hinted that he liked her.
Mhm.
Because
But
I
now
know
he
she
doesn't
saw the
want anything
messages.
serious,
He
and
friends
he's
himself.
BS.
Yeah.
He friend zoned himself at least 3 times. And then there was this big long part. Yeah.
Yeah, he makes no sense. He did do that. That's what doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Now he says, "Well, on top of the stream, I said you told me to raise the price of shots so I don't die, and that you yelled at me for missing work. Because I care, will you?" I don't know. Like, it's sad. Um, that guy is friendzoning himself,
hmm
and he sucks at flirting.
Yeah, he makes no sense because then he becomes very possessive or makes no sense. Like he makes no sense then.
So, at the top of the stream, I said I told you to raise the price of shots so I don't die, and that you yelled at me for missing work.
Because I care. Ooh, ooh.
I'm glad you do. It was so
What?
sweet how you
She
mentioned
is
it on the
bullshitting
spiky
him.
stream. I assume the hard eye reaction means you're a happy, detective little elf.
It does mean that.
Are you home safe? Mitten Riley asked.
I am finally home.
Traffic was that bad?
Oh my god, yes, it was terrible. When I was 10 minutes from home, I got stuck in 40 minutes of traffic. It was evil.
That's why I don't drive. Big plans for the day, or are you just going to listen to my old streams while flicking the bean again?
Driving is fun when there isn't traffic. Oh, man, yo, that's gay. I'm smoking right now. I'll probably do a quick video game stream.
So right now, I feel like she full on rejected the guy because
Mhm.
he
I don't
was
think it's
thinking about
full-on
flicking the
rejection.
bean.
I'm
And
sorry. There, no.
Dragon,
no,
let me talk, Dragon.
Fine.
Okay.
Yes, you're good.
So I think she full on rejected him here by just pushing the discussion into another direction from flicking the bean and that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Any thoughts on that, Miss Sparkle?
She ignored it completely, but she did that a lot. So, and he doesn't take it. It doesn't see the hint that she just totally blinks out, like ignores what like his, yeah,
So I'm right to say, like,
yeah.
he is cooked right now, and she doesn't want him at all. Doesn't get it. It's sad.
No.
So what did you want it to say, Dragon? I guess Dragon
No, I'm
forgot.
reading so sorry. No. The thing is, there's a part where you cut the part about the morning boner and him and the boner on the bus. There's a part where literally they're messaging. He goes, "Yeah, you're totally hot for me, and you were flicking the bean earlier in the messages." She kind of goes off, but she doesn't say anything. Like that's at a part where it's totally creepy.
Mhm.
Like the thing about it is he's projecting his fantasies. The irony is when all of this came out, he's a base Puritan. The thing is, he says he's a Puritan. He never looks up adult material. He never goons.
That's a lie. That's
And I'm
so
like,
Yeah.
I read in
serious.
these messages, he has fantasies that only come from chat sites or
Yeah.
fucking adult sites.
This is tragic. The
Because
downfall
the
of
thing
people.
about she's also has anxiety disorder, but she takes like Zoloft. Because at one point she was freaking out because she was didn't have the prescription refill.
Mhm.
But It's kind of weird. So
Let's play more of that. We'll see if he projects other fantasies.
Arson, can I come over and stare at you like this?
Time.
I couldn't convince him to come back, but otherwise everything is okay. Well, I finally feel rested. Didn't want to be too dumb on stream. LOL.
Okay, like he's not sad, or okay, like he's still trying to make you his GF?
Okay, like he's not sad. And he's not trying to make me his GF.
Hey, Ty, you got any more of them bikini pics? Make sure you eat something, young lady.
I had enchiladas.
I gotta make sure you're staying healthy. And damn, you do look healthy.
I'm getting better at eating more. Bigger booty, here I come.
Vegas trip is sounding even better now.
Getting the bikini on. That was fun.
Glad you enjoyed yourself. Call me later if you want to chat. Here's my phone number.
Sent you a text.
So I really feel like if she was really interested, you wouldn't need to ask her to call him. You wouldn't need to tease her for that kind of stuff. Am I right on that, Miss Sparkle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what do you think is happening?
I don't know. Right now on the thing,
Yeah.
she's
So
just using him right now. Isn't he buying her food and stuff right now?
yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I think is going on. I just think that she's using him for the get on the dick show, and to get food and shit out of him, even though she doesn't eat. So
No thoughts. Only frog scream.
I was just offered a stream key for this game.
hold on. Let me debunk a little bit of your conspiracy. He was always friends with Vito. He's always been friends with Vito.
who?
So, by proxy, Dick. So, Tony's like me. He makes friends with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then basically he eventually worked his way up to get on the Dick show. Now Dick has an alternative view of him now, like in the wake of reading the messages on his show, which he did do. He was horrified. He says he can't be redeemed now because Dick found out the tapping of the butt happened in his house. So you have to understand a lot of this is because Tony, after coming out, Mad Max, the Mandalorian community, he went from the Amico community to the Mad Max, the Mandalorian community, which they're cinephiles. They review films like you, Multi. I think maybe Austin and them know of them. Mad Max or one of them. So the context is that's where some of Tony's base comes from. That's where he met Reality. It's always where that Nerdette's newsstand. Then here's the other part. He kind of got onto the Dick show, and it's in the messages towards the end because he thought he was going to go to LA and have sex with her. Now, that's been the eternal troll. So you now understand. So saying he had no relationship with Dick, he never really had no relationship with Dick Masterson. He had a relationship with Vito. So you guys are good now. Okay.
What would that have to do with her using him to get to on Dick's show?
No, she was friends with Mint. She was friends with Mint.
Okay.
So here's the trick. This is why JFG is stupid. JFG is dumb. Like he said, oh, using her to get on the Dick show. No, she could have got on a Dick show regardless.
I guess.
Mint Salad, in her own fame, came out of the Dick Show crew.
Yeah.
That's who she was friends with.
Yeah.
Okay. Briefly, I'll explain this. The web of the Dick Masterson sphere of influence goes a very long way. It's like I've heard someone say it, like I forget who it was actually Mikey No More, who covers usually Comicsgate drama.
Mhm.
He basically said it's the 6 degrees of separation of Dick Masterson. Now, do you get that, Miss Sparkles?
Okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Because there's a part of Dick Masterson's community that touches everything. Like a person who bothers another streamer I know comes directly from Dick's community. I didn't know that. He's a core member of the audience of the biggest problem in the universe. Yet he also torments EVS.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go.
You want to review it?
Hell yeah.
Oh, and he also used her to review keys that he got.
My answer will always be yes. LOL. Gotta try everything once. Wink.
Okay, I'll accept it and send you the key number and embargo stuff here.
I can feel myself trying the game as soon as you need it sent your way. Oops.
No burger pick? Not even a pick of your buns, winky face? That could be us. Put you playing. I mean, say the word and I'll book that flight.
This is not the first time he talked about booking a flight. Because I forget where, because a lot of it may have gotten cut down, may have overcut it. But there's a thing in the timestamps that he wanted to use, and I had to rush cut it. There's a stuff that it's weird. Like he kept hinting that the relationship was, and it would be very long between responses.
Yeah, I just hear the
How is
ending of
that
what you were
review coming
saying.
along? Question mark.
Yes, I wanted to keep some of it saying it takes very long, and I think the reason why it took very long is because well, it's clear she's not interested, but she didn't really want to straight up say it.
But this
Question
was
mark, question
September.
mark.
Oh, no.
Don't cry.
This was September. She had either started dating Johnny from the Dick Show at some point. Johnny's the executive producer. She didn't tell Tony. She told the story on Cynic's stream. She told Cynic about the time when, especially because this is September, okay? And there's a part that she started dating Johnny, and they kept their relationship unofficially, and then they made it official right around late October, early November. And then when Tony went out there, she was legit afraid because she distances herself after not coming on Gabbing with Geeks. And they're afraid if they see anyone flirting with her, they're afraid Tony's going to flip out and attack him at Dick's house.
That's interesting. So I will ask
Why?
you this. Oh,
Why do they assume he's violent? Now all of a sudden they assume he's violent too now? It's a little
There's a lot of messages that he's very possessive and controlling.
yeah, but it doesn't mean
Yeah.
he's violent.
There's a trick about Tony that if you see him a lot and it's in some of the other messages, it hints that he likes to be in control because he's a narcissist. Okay. It's implied, and it's a lot of this is why a lot of
It
context
is not. I can't be a part of this. I'm gonna go, guys.
wait. I'll. Oh,
Why are you going?
I don't know.
Okay. So there's a part that's implied with dealing with Tony Tony's extremely hands-on with everything around him. He's like he says he throws his show together haphazardly, okay, on his viewer base. Like he doesn't talk to his co-host. That's why, like literally, like when he went on the Dick Show again, he left his co-host to run his stream, but he screwed up his own stream yards. Yes, that's what he did because he was trying to dual stream it.
Okay.
And then his people don't know how to run his stream if he's not there. So it's implied that he is controlling or potentially very manipulative. Women feel intimidated about him.
That's sad.
So there's this thing about he might not be that way. He might be such an introvert. But in a lot of the messages, because I need to put you in the link where people can find the actual full, and you listen to them for yourself, there's a couple of times, and I think they may accidentally been cut off, he flips out and it's a rage. Like, why didn't you tell me you weren't in love with me? There's some.
Yeah, I know. I think I kept it.
Okay. I'm going to hope that I didn't cut it off.
Question mark. Me?
It's important business.
I said in the group chat, but I should have said it here too. I want to get both vids to you by Saturday.
Are you alive? In case you want to hop on tonight, hop on. Not sure why you're ignoring my text, but I hope you're on tonight's show.
I'm not ignoring you.
Sure feels that way. I really fucked things up with that text. I missed the good morning text.
I'm just anxious about things, and you're making it about you.
I feel like it's about me when you blow off
That goes to the narcissist part you mentioned earlier.
our plans and don't even respond to my text saying you want to reschedule. Then talk to me. I told you, I'm here for you if you want to vent, if you need it.
You didn't listen. I'm overwhelmed, and you are making it worse. I don't know how many times I can say I'm not mad.
I'm stupid. I hear you say it, but I can't believe it because my brain tells me otherwise. Good luck on the duck show tomorrow. It's the dick show, lol.
I'm sorry for the bad Wi-Fi. I don't know why I'm having so many issues with it lately.
Might have to reset the router. I don't know. I'm not an expert on Wi-Fi. Keep this to yourself, but this is what those asshats really think.
What the fuck is wrong with them?
Jealous and probably fed a lot of BS from Wiz. Good banter tonight. I think you'd be good on a Tuesday show if you wanted to join those.
So he's trying to get her on the show, and
Looks like I got fans.
I don't know why they're being so unkind. I'm sorry.
Thanks. It really just makes me want to do videos and stop streaming sometimes. I'm gonna go to bed now. Talk to you later. I'll be watching you on the Dick Show, so make sure you plug Gabbing with Geeks. Good morning, cutie.
again, transactional. He uses her for clout, and that's kind of sad. And now 2 messages in a row, and I think we have several messages in a row, and she will most likely not respond because ghosting is popular nowadays. So let's play more of that now.
Try not to forget us when you get all famous. You didn't plug the show, but you talked about the flowers.
More silence, more ghosting.
What the fuck? I literally was bitching that my roommate ruined the flowers. I never laughed at getting them.
People are dumb. It was a great appearance, though. You held your own really well, and were very entertaining.
It seems like you're mad at me.
I'm mad that we don't talk like we used to. I'm mad that I fucked up a good thing. I'm mad that I try to talk to you and you don't respond.
I don't think you understand how you're acting. Since I know you feel like you didn't get your proper plug, this was always on my website.
Well, now, that's weird because people are saying he's controlling and manipulative. Dragon, are you still with me?
Yes, I am.
So I'll ask you: do you think he was trying to manipulate her there, or is it that he made a world in his mind that's not reality? Did he lie to himself, or
Do you think he
is he
lied?
trying to manipulate her?
I look, honest opinion between the two. I think there was a point that, like, okay, there was a part where there was a private stream yards. There was a part where there's a private stream yards, right?
Yeah,
That that they listened to Wizard be shot down. There's also a point where she was still in contact with Wizard, and Wizards was just friends with her. Tony then, after Wizard was shot down, tried to move in more. Now, there's this big thing, like one of the things, like this part, which I'm glad I didn't cut it. The idea is it was like a joke because he always is controlling of his actual audience. He's controlling of his audience or controlling of people very close to him. Now, I think he wanted the relationship to be real, but even it came out afterwards. At some point, she actually found a man to be with. She started dating Johnny from the Dick Show. So I think he kept trying to get a relationship to materialize, but she never said officially she was done with gabbing with geeks. Does that make sense?
yeah,
He
and
still
she also
used.
didn't want to tell him straight she's not
She was
interested.
afraid of being attacked, thrown out, stuff said about her, because Tony doesn't handle rejection well. Because when Wizard rejected Tony, he flipped out.
And I kept that.
Yeah.
That was a joke. You didn't even plug your YouTube, which you should have.
You did not make this an exciting moment for me, by the way. You stressed me out the whole time, and that was completely unfair. Okay, you can't just use "it was a joke" all the time. I literally have no idea when you're being serious then.
99% of the time, I am joking. If I say I'm actually mad, then I'm not.
So that's weird, because if you really believe what you just said, you cannot take the guy seriously on anything, and it's kind of sad. So are we really taking what he is saying to face value? Again, I think these hyperboles are really weird. Any thoughts on that, Dragon?
I think a lot of his hyperboles or hyperbolic nature, it's really funny because the only time you ever hear Tony being honest is if he's raging. And that's in the Dick Show part. Because
That's sad.
the
You
thing
need to be
is,
enraged, to be honest. That's sad.
basically, he has tells when he's actually telling the truth. He has tells when he's majorly lying. Because there was no doubt she was using him at some point. She basically, and look, she in the messages says, "You're just a simp. Do I need to treat you like one of the simps I'm with?" And he kind of backs down. And then that's when there's like the code word. It's like, are you going to be like, but if we're going to continue talking, we need to have code words. You can call me Kelly Bear, right? I guess got called Kelly Bear. Now, there's a part where he kept trying to turn it sexual, and she wasn't comfortable with the sexual. So Miss Sparkles thinks, I don't think Tony's 100%. Look, both victimized themselves to a degree because at some point she got with Johnny and she was afraid. There's a reason she started telling people what Tony was doing and getting angry, and she'd seen what Tony has done to ex people who left his channel. And you saw a little bit of that temper, right? That's what you
Yeah.
saw.
Yeah, that's why I kept a lot of it.
So when he says he's not joking, we all call that bullshit because he's an emotional manipulator. Because if you play the first part of the Dick Show eventually, you see actual authentic Tony when he's raging. That's him being honest. He then the next day flipped it to where he wasn't hurt. I shit you not.
Wow.
All right.
I wasn't trying to stress you out. I just really
But
feel
that's the end
fucking
result
dumb.
he's doing.
I'm trying to fix what I feel like I broke. I think you can be so much bigger on YouTube and OnlyFans, and I'm so sorry if I'm pushing you too hard. It's why I wanted you to review comics and games.
You're not being supportive. You're crossing a line into being controlling, and I've told you that already.
I'm sorry. I really am. I don't say that. Ask Finbar. He'll tell you I'd sooner burn a bridge than say it, but I really am sorry.
Somehow you have it in your mind that if you didn't mention me to Dick, this would have never been something that happened for me. But that isn't true.
No, I feel like I expedited what was inevitable. In case you misread it and all my bullshit, if you want to be a part of the Tuesday streams where we talk about news and such, just let me know. You were smart and funny and would definitely help the show.
I'm not sure I'd be able to commit to it like I do the Saturday stream.
That's fine. The people in the DM group for the show are come and go as you can. I'll add you to the DM group.
Okay, neato. Oh my god, yay. You really want to come to LA just for that?
I really want to come to LA to take you out for dinner. If you'd rather just see the sights or catch a movie, we can do that.
LA doesn't have any sights to see, just homeless people. I'd probably take you to
RIP. Is it true? Is LA full of homeless?
Parts of LA are. Like, parts of LA are very full of homeless. Even at this time when they went, they used to actually have a poop counter on streets.
Wow.
Seattle's gotten pretty bad. Like, the thing is, she was living in California because at some point she started dating Johnny. So the thing about this is he starts telling on himself, like, to a degree, because see, one of the first things she never did was establish boundaries. Because after that, like, pet house elf thing, she should have been horrified. The stuff like the casual, like, thing about, oh, would you be worried if my coworkers, aren't you worried your coworkers see the pictures? They already have. A bunch of guys that work in a warehouse, they always look at photos or nude women online. That's his own words. The thing is, she wasn't creeped out about it. She never established boundaries. Then she came to realize he was possessive and sort of whatever. Because it grew to a point that they would still use her image on Gabbing with Geeks. And she would never show. Then they stopped. Does that give you an idea, Multi?
Yeah.
She then, at one point, we actually learned she would have him in the Fansly stream, as well as made him a moderator in her channel. He would just remove chats and be controlling. She saw the signs. In her market, she thinks the man's being controlling.
But I think it is indeed controlling, so that's...
Well, there's more to this. Like,
right,
some of
yeah.
it is messages on how he dictates himself. He's very assertive.
Yeah.
He thinks if he can force the relationship, he would be better. And
But
I mean,
that's not all relationship work.
This was never really like a platonic relationship. It was like, oh, I want you to work with me. And then she's like, okay, maybe I'll come on. Maybe I'll come on. She eventually agreed to come on a Gabbing with Geeks. Like after begging, sitting back saying, oh, if you're just interested, sitting backstage.
If you
we
beg,
shoot
people
this
are not
shit.
interested. If you beg, people are
Basically,
just not
he
interested.
would say like, "Oh, she's tired. That if you're doing, why don't you just hang out after the show? We'll just be in the stream yards talking." There's a lot of it. The part of it is then she eventually went on Gabbing with Geeks, still doing her stuff. It's just weird. She should have cut him off at some point. He should have realized he was being used. Now, the thing about the pizza box stuff and that's only because this all it all becomes a mass around the LA trip. And if it's cut out, I will go find it. And I may just go cut that out so we have that. Towards the end of the messages, he's like, well, you never cared about me. You just crashed out, right? And it's just bad.
Little Tokyo and Korean barbecue. That's like the best time you can have.
Say when. I've never had Korean barbecue, but I do love Asian food.
Oh, you'll like it. What day would you want to do?
Wednesday.
Because
I
he
can see if there's a
paid.
flight around 3 p.m.ish. You pick me up, we go eat, then you drop me off at the airport to catch a flight home.
LA traffic is brutal, so you have to factor that in. Most likely we'll spend 30 minutes to an hour trying to get out of LAX.
Okay, so I could book an earlier arrival and late departure.
Same thing coming back to drop you off. Expect it to take about an hour, maybe more.
Okay, so Wednesday it is. I'll book my flight when I'm home at my PC. Oh yeah, you should have 2 more packages arriving. One tonight, one Monday.
Did I ask you what your favorite color was?
Not yet. It's green, but purple's a close second.
Okay, wait. I don't really think next Wednesday's gonna work. My schedule isn't as flexible as it used to be.
Which day works? I have the entire week off. Are you nervous about meeting up? So when should I buy that ticket for? Tuesday or Thursday?
I have to call you on Discord later.
Will she call him? Question mark.
Also, look at him's Yeehaw Frog!
Looks so good. My stream is over, by the way. Whenever you get the chance. What do you want to call me on Discord about? If you want to drink with me tonight. I'm going to call you tonight. I'm not mad. I'm
Or
worried.
ghosting.
What's going on? Why are you avoiding me?
This is all giving me anxiety, LMAO.
Me too. Can you please just call me so we can talk?
LOL, the call is what's making me anxious.
Okay, here's what's funny. This is why I can't wait to get a hold of the Discord messages, because the Discord messages are a lot worse. Like, she at one point was more open on the Discord. Then she basically... The thing is... No. Somebody else. So she then tried to tell him not to call. Like, there was this whole thing that Tony and Dalish, their relationship had broken down. It's like, when you look at the Discord calls, it's missed calls all over the place.
That's
There's
sad.
a bunch of it.
That's sad.
There's a part where I'm going to be curious, because this is going to break down the other part of the timeline with this. Because Tony is saying that the Discord messages will vindicate him.
It's
So-
kind of sad that ghosting and that
I won't be
anxiety
mad or
thing.
yell.
Yeah.
Pinky promise. Not knowing what you want to call is what makes me anxious.
The only reason why I was gonna call is to tell you that you're overwhelming me. You keep putting me in positions where I have to tell you no, and you don't seem to accept that.
If you don't want me to visit, just say so.
I did.
I'm not trying to overwhelm you. I'm
But he
just
does.
dumb and I like you. When? Because you suggested we get Korean barbecue.
I know, but you called me 4 times last night. I didn't straight out say no, but now I know I have to do that with you.
You said you were going to call me, then went quiet. I was worried. You said you would text me last Friday and you didn't. You also said we would spend some time talking on Friday and you ghosted me.
It's not on you that I was unclear, but I seriously can't keep doing this. Telling you no, I can't meet every week. Hear me
Out and try and get a review copy. We can cover those topics again next week if there's something you wanted to add to them. How is it hanging out with Dick? So, let me know, okay?
Sounds good.
So, are you going to be there next week?
Yeah, I should be.
I'm glad. You're a valuable part of the team. Check your text when you have a chance. Thank you.
So I will pause
Hey,
here.
what's
or
up?
maybe you can.
I've been trying to get away from the dabble.
So, I think it's very important to mention that being overwhelming gets you rejected, and this is the lesson we had in the last few texts we kind of kept, and now we get more of that. So I think another nail on that coffin, even if there were many in the past, like we mentioned with Miss Sparkle, well, is how he is so overwhelming. He takes so much space. He wants so much attention.
The thing is, the narcissistic personality, right? Is so the thing about the narcissistic personality part, right, is the fact that he's very minorly super possessive. The
Yeah,
thing about this is the only person he can't do that with is Ray. Okay?
yeah,
He can't do that with reality. Reality is one of it. Nerdet's newsstand separated from him too. Ray is one of the few people who I have ever seen, and I knew of her back when she was with Max. And then that's Mad Max Mandalorian, right?
yeah.
There's a part two where it's like he basically does the whole. It's weird to me, okay? It's like I can't just put my finger on it because it's weird. Like it's basically like he never got the message that she wasn't into him.
Or he
And
just disregards it and he keep pushing and pushing. So I guess now we will play this segment because that will be very interesting
I
to
should have,
address.
by the
Verse,
way,
but now you're bringing it over to your channel.
fun fact, note to self, I should have freaking just cut out the parts and constructed it back to earlier. It would have been so much easier.
It will be a good topic for you to cover, but it took me a year to get away from those creepy fucks. You're just gonna end up with a bunch of toxic people from Spurgtopia. All your guests from the Dabbleverse hate me for being an OF girl.
Yes, she was originally in the
Let them
Dabble.
finish.
I realized last night
Yes.
it's not something I could stick around for.
Okay.
Okay, so the thing about the Dabbleverse, it's another weird place full of comedians, and this is why I wish Miss Sparkles was here. She would know. It's a bunch of failed comedians, and then she
Tell
was seen
comedian.
as a creepy, like a bunch of creepy people, and then it was like it was actually the fact that she even got into what was the lolcow. I didn't know this. She got into the lolcow universe, which that's hilarious, by the way, with Keemstar. She appeared on lolcow Queens. And then, oh yeah, you cut off the part at the end. sorry. So she got there, and then that's why she's talking about the people in the dabbleverse that were being creeps on her.
Yeah. So I will also say this. I get that because I wanted that segment. So OnlyFans, we can have a very complex discussion, but I think one of the biggest factor why it has grown so big, it's because of the loneliness and how the system in the West actually turned women against men. And I think it's a symptom of something bigger. And the backlash is some of the more um, conservative people actually hate that. And my wife is an example. She's against OF and she hates it. And it goes back to religion and how the body should be sacred. And some of the people that will hate on the OF are either the incels that cannot find love and they're like, oh, that woman is giving away her body to everyone, but I can't find someone. It's a struggle there. And it's a struggle again for the Christians and the people that are religious that think the body is sacred. And I think um, I think it should be more discussed about. Each time someone sign in for OF and wants to sell body pic or videos that are, let's be honest, corn, well, you will get 8. And I wished there was more. How do we call it? There was more people warning you of that. It's not.
A lot of
It's not all
people,
pinky rosy.
a lot of people talk about when they're young, they'll do porn or something,
And they will have regrets.
and then it's like Riley Reid. Riley Reid was on YouTube. She felt that she wants now she wants all of her stuff like erased. I'm like, good luck on the hub and everywhere else getting
That
it done.
can't happen.
You
That
have
won't
already put it out there.
Yeah,
It's
people
out
have
there.
seen it. People
It's
have
out
seen
there, and then it's going to lurk around the free sites. It's going to look out, and any of the OnlyFans leaks are all out there.
it. And again, she got money. So will she give back the money she received?
Here's a funny thing about Mint Salad. Mint Salad, water sports, and cosplay paid the bills by her own admission. And Riley kind of, you can say, maybe pimped her out because she supposedly got her start from the Dick Masterson show because she had a crush on him. Yes, it sounds like a mouthful, but that's true. But she, in turn, was making a lot of money doing the stuff she would do. She would do a mini session and get paid like $50, $100.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. And again, we should warn people. You will get money, but your reputation will be shattered. People won't like you, and you will have all kinds of hate from all kinds of different people for all kinds of reasons.
And then when she got into the locale universe, I have a clip of that, and she should have known better. She says, "Oh, I came from the Dabbleverse and the Dick Masterson show." Eventually, and one of the people was like, "Yeah, get her out of there. Dick only makes fun of fat people." And then she lost points because when she came into stuff, that was who she was dealing with. So
Sorry.
Look, if you just told me that, I would not have done Dabbleverse shit. I only did it because I thought you might be interested in covering it. Good morning, meatbags.
liar.
Yeah, that's lying. Yeah,
Lying. He basically wanted to get into Dabbleverse around the time because he's only as good as the thing he can grift or cover. He got famous covering Eric July and then covering the Rippaverse stuff. That's how he gained a lot of his fame, detracting. The problem is when that started drying up, he started to test his audience getting into the dabbleverse. He then tried it again this last year. It didn't go so well. Because dabbleverse is like where Steel Toe is. Steel Toe Morning Show of Nick Rekieta fame. If you know that one.
Nick Rekieta, was that
Nick Rekieta's
someone on the
wife was
right?
swinging with Aaron Imholtz's wife. Aaron Imholtz on the other.
Oh,
Remember, I said it's failed radio show host and comedians.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's Dabbleverse. Dalish was kind of attached to that as well as the Dick Show, but that past followed her, not the OF and Fansley stuff, because she was keeping it wholesome.
Yeah.
Last night was fun, but the Dabbleverse just isn't for me. Next week on Weird Wednesday, we'll cover a better topic. I don't care about good topics. I care about my team and my friends. I've avoided discussing things and taking hits to my image from my guys before, and I'll do it again. I told you you were one of us, and I meant it. Any topic or issue you want us to stay out of, we will. So, you'll come back?
If I start talking about the Dabbleverse too much, it summons the creep that put out my real name. Of
That's
course.
disgusting.
I'm sorry. If I knew
Doxing
it,
is
wouldn't
bad,
have even
folks.
talked about it. By the way, you made the cabin goal.
You shouldn't have to consider me when you're trying to find topics for stream. What?
I should. Your feelings are important to me. Check PayPal. Did it go through?
Yes.
So, again, simp time, giving away money.
No, the
It's
cabin
theft.
goal was a thing. Like his audience, there's a part where his audience openly, he said his audience would actually openly support her doing more OnlyFans. And I don't know if that's the admission you want for your audience. And it's one of those things that Tony was doing. She said she made the cabin goal because they raised money for her, like one of the things. There was also one point, I think, when Katie had turned on him, had her and Reality come on. Had her and Reality come on to defend Tony. And there was a matter of $200 she eventually turned down from Tony. Because Reality, I forget which stream it was. It's no longer on his channel, by the way. Was used as a shield. Now, there are a lot of
That's sad.
allegations of, oh, yeah, people turn on him. And then he did it. Because Katie did defend him. So there's this part where by the time she checked out, because when I was doing this on my stream, okay, I did this on my stream, I compared it to the timeline that we saw, because a lot of this goes with a timeline that's roughly still on his channel. Like, you can put these text messages side by side, and you can kind of, if you listen to it, you can, and as I said, I will have it linked to Dark Gifts before. The thing about this is, this was painstakingly put together by a lot of people. The main people who actually did it are friends of mine, FFSS podcast, because when I sent off, he himself was still coping. There's a whole thing about this. He thought he was in the clear. And that's when he told the story, right? He told the story and it all came out. Now, he then tried, even over the period that this time was, say Dalish was his, Wizard had turned on him, because a lot of people turned on him because of what he did with Wizard. He mocked Wizard. Wizard was only on his streams for 2 months, became bigger than him, and then Tony became jealous of him. Which I know sounds weird, okay? But
Yeah.
it's an actual timeline. Now,
It's kind of sad. It's simping there with the PayPal. Anyway, let's play more of that because I see time flies, and yeah.
Just checked. Thank you. Sorry, I was making content. You didn't have to do that.
I felt bad about you leaving the group. I wanted you to know how much I value you on the team.
Simping.
okay, no. This actually rings a bell. Because I'm some stuff is that's like memory banks come back. So you remember I said she had left gabbing with geeks?
Yeah.
She didn't feel comfortable there. People were wondering because she told Tony to she told Tony to stop using her image because there was a stream when she was doing a draw stream. Tony became very uncomfortable to be around.
Yeah.
And there was a whole like little bit of, and it's a weird thing to say because this is not, you would have to been around his audience to kind of seen this crap. It's like but now me personally, I mean, I only covered him because he was covering Eric July stuff, but she had vanished, but she would show up sparingly, but she still hadn't cut him off. So she either saw him as a mark or was afraid to tell him and afraid she would have her reputation destroyed as it happened with the dabbleverse. That's why there's the messages that you didn't want after the 59 was right before the LA trip.
Yeah. Let's play more of that now.
You have my number if you want me to come take a look at one of the content you made, winky face.
Don't feel bad. I'm sorry I didn't communicate my anxiety before leaving the groups. I'm used to things going awful when I explain how I feel. I gotta send you a frog onesie pic.
Just pinky promise me you won't do that anymore. I'm not a kid. I'm an adult. I won't invalidate your feelings. I will listen.
He doesn't
I
really
actually
act like
do
it,
want
man,
you to
though,
be
to
happy.
honest.
If you got to, you got to, winky face.
I need the weather to be cold already so I can wear this all the time. Wait, I didn't know you were streaming. Sorry.
No, send as many pics as you want. I heard something about ass pics. That's a great picture. Fun and sexy and fucking cute. If you want to pretend like you didn't hit the goal, go for it and make your super chats. If not, you can say an anonymous person donated it after the stream. Is that the dress from Amazon? And eating pizza. I'm legitimately sorry if I upset you tonight or any other time.
Hey, I wanted to apologize for how I talked to you on stream last night. No matter what was going on, I don't find my behavior last night acceptable. Thank you for not kicking me from stream when I was upset. I appreciate that you let me speak, even if it was something I should have kept off stream. I'm sorry.
You had a lot going on and needed to vent. Just yell at me in private next time. And don't keep things bottled up. Tell me when I'm out of line. That said, apology accepted. Are you mad at me or for just messing around? Because you're being mean to me for no reason.
I wouldn't really consider that being mean.
I don't want to be a smartass or upset you, but you're making me look like a chump in front of people.
I'm afraid that is the consequences.
Bingo.
That's a very
The
interesting
temper
segment.
comes out.
Yeah, that's why I kept it. So he didn't take well the critique and the venting out thing. And publicly, I get that it's not great, and I did the mistake myself to publicly criticize someone. It's not great, but we can see there's some kind of infighting right now, and it's interesting nonetheless. It's drama, and I mean, Play with fire, you will get burnt. This is what happened there.
There's an allegation with him a lot. Now, this comes from more cynics audience because Ripaverse people we see, or the side that's on Eric July, see more of a different side of Tony, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We see the parts that are the manipulative parts. A lot of this was behind the scene. Like a lot of this was all behind the scene where it was odd. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the part because that's why I said if we have time, you see the beginning of the Dick show, it's the raging. The Tony raging is more the real Tony. Because that's when he becomes loose in the jaw.
Yeah.
Of your own actions.
What actions? What did I do now? Because all I ever tried to do was show you that I like you. You know,
That's
last
true.
night with Finbar and CJ was fake, right?
Yes, they told me in the group chat.
So, what did I do to upset you? I won't
This
yell or
entire
get mad or kick you out of the group.
We aren't cool after last night's stream, just because I apologized.
I don't even know why you went off on me. I was just doing my usual shtick.
I have no idea why I'm putting energy into the show if your response is going to be, why are you mad?
I apologized last night if I upset you.
Like
I didn't mean to piss
apologizing
you
was
off.
always enough.
I liked
No,
you on the
it's fine.
show. I think
Oh, he blames a lot of this on his autism and his inability to understand emotions.
Okay.
Yep, there you go. Now you know.
Amazing. Amazing.
He actually claims he uses the autism as a crutch.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
pathetic.
you're smart and funny, and I wanted you to react to those trailers last night. I told you I want to promote you like crazy and help us both build our channels and make lots of money. You're already too important to be on my shitty channel, but I appreciate you doing it. Tell me what you need me to do.
I just need you to give me space sometimes. It feels like we are constantly arguing up until stream, and it's such stress.
I literally only DM'd you today to reply to your DM. I don't want to argue. I've gone out of my way to not argue. I embarrassed myself and asked Dick to put in a good word for me with you. To be fair, that was on your first Dick Show appearance. Enjoy your Sunday night. I hope you'll be on Grift or Gabbing with Geeks. I want to give you space. I'm just DMing you because I think I know why you believe I'm a liar, and I'm probably why you are mad at me too. Everything I told you was true. I did have a crush on another chick years ago, but I realized it was just my reaction to being divorced. I never actually had feelings for her.
I don't even know what you're talking about. The lying isn't that serious.
Then I'm fucking retarded. Well, then never mind. I hope you had a good drunk stream tonight, but feel free to hop on Grift if you feel like it. Do you need help fixing your PC? Sorry, I was busy. We can record the first show next week. Just scrap the idea. Your call. So, think of a topic for the show so that we can both be prepared to go.
We could talk about the Dragon Age
At least now I got an answer.
games, since it'll be fresh on everyone's mind.
Worst companions? Worst game so far? Thanks for coming on tonight. I enjoyed talking Persona with you. By the way, I hope you share the pictures you color with me. I'm not sure if you read my text message, but I'd like your input on what I sent you. How did we go from talking and I don't want to stream with you? Simple as that. The whole time I felt my mental health draining. That wasn't Eric. That wasn't the ripetards, the slums. That was you. Even now, since you came back into my life, the stress came back too. And that after I left, I can't even listen to your voice without remembering all of it. I can barely stand reading your words. I avoided streams if I saw you there. What I will definitely never do is stream with you and Dalish at the same time. A reminder of all that happened during that? No, thank you. We're not friends, Tony. Tell everyone what you want, but it's the truth. I talk to my friends. Told him the stuff I had going on. So don't call me buddy and act like everything could just magically go back to the way that it was. I wasn't happy then. I wouldn't be happy now. I want to be content in my life, not content in yours.
So I like that text. It showcases how he is really bad with his friendships and how he blows up everything. And
Oh,
that's
that's
why I
no
get that.
secret. I've never known anything around him never to blow up in flames.
Yeah, and it's sad because I can feel for the guy that's wrote that. In I used to be a not so great friend years back then, and I had my own situation very similar to that. So I understand that other person. It's sad, but it's how people are sometimes. They suck with friends. He sounds very selfish, the person we are covering. All about him, me, myself, and I.
The thing is, he's a very. It's always why I identified him as narcissistic.
Yeah. Maybe he has more of a main character syndrome. I don't know. Let's play more of that.
I don't know what wizard thinks I did, but it seems like he hates me.
Well, did you reach out to him because of me?
Not for you. I reached out because you helped me realize I wasn't the nicest to him. You helped me put things into perspective. You're smarter about this stuff than me.
Apologizing isn't an instant fix. Wizard might not ever want to be friends again. That's a decision you have to be okay with.
I got no anger towards him. If you doesn't want to be my friend, I have to just accept it. You're a good friend, Kelly Bear. Thanks for being there for me. Are you going to stream with Mint tonight?
Yes. I should stream right now on my YouTube, but I'm a little mentally drained from the unhinged chat earlier.
Understandable, but if you stream now, I will send you food and chat will make you feel better with good vibes.
I would play Skyrim, though. I'm not feeling a spooky game.
So, again, she said that apologizing is not always enough, and it's kind of sad, but that's what's going on. So now he will try to buy her food, and in the past she bought her a dress. Again, simping 101.
Say
I
what you
think that
want.
part of it is
We will all
simping.
watch.
I think part of this is simping, but I think Tony is also trying to make it up to her.
Yeah.
And
Anyways,
the thing I'll say this, there is something weird is she hasn't flat like okay, with Wizard, she said, "Yeah, you're an adorable person. You'll find someone. It's just not me." He handled rejection fine, right?
Yeah.
She was still talking to him because one of the DMs that you kept in was, "Oh, I'm going to try to get Wizard back on the show to please Dalish to get her back on."
Yeah.
She got mad when Wizard was being made fun of for being a virgin and other stuff, especially the self-harm part,
Yeah.
that she started distancing herself from Tony. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
It does.
it's because we like your goofy ass commentary. What kind of food do you have a taste for? I'll treat you to lunch, stream or no stream.
Sorry, I was just deciding if I was getting up for stream or not. I decided I would get up. Pizza!
I get up for you every day, winky face. From toppings.
Surprise me. If it's Little Caesars, I'll die laughing.
I don't want to kill you. Or do I? Well, it's just choking and back shots.
Choking sexually should never lead to death.
Agreed. It's just a loving squeeze on the side of the neck.
Fuck!
Proud of you for doing another
More
stream
weird
this week.
flirting right
I feel
now.
like I might pass out.
God damn it. There was a thing about this. Sorry for the language. In fact, she wanted this in here. It's called autoerotic asphyxiation. I forgot that was in there.
Ha ha.
God, there's parts of this I blank out. And
It's
the
not
fact
surprising
that
because it's
casually
more of
joke
the
about
same.
it Like,
Now
there's
that now she talks about her periods, which is disgusting.
I have terrible cramps. On Halloween, the best holiday. My body is going to kill me.
It sounds like you need little kisses on all your aches. You've been eating a lot lately. Maybe you need to poop low
Disgusting.
because you
okay. There's a
What
line.
is going on?
There's a
there?
line in a meme of belly kisses. He likes giving belly kisses.
Wow. Okay.
So, yes, it's there.
Okay.
get to dress up and take spicy pics for Frog Tony.
No dressing up, I got my period and migraine. The Halloween gods aren't kind.
I'm sad you're not feeling well, and I can't hold you and feed you ice cream. Did your Coco get there? If you aren't up to streaming tonight, you can hang out with me and Mince Chat. Good night.
Gonna try it now. My head is killing me. Sorry if I wasn't funny on stream. Good night, Froggy.
You were very funny on stream. I was just playing along. Poor little Kelly Bear. I hope you feel better today. Good morning. You were looking so cute last night. I'm jealous Dick got to see you in that costume in person. You better wear pigtails more often.
I feel better. Good morning. Nah, the costume is kind of cheap looking.
Still cute, and it made your puffy nips look so tasty. Just in case you thought I was
weird.
mad last night or wasn't.
Yeah, that's
I
the
was
other
just tired and
tagline
had to be
from
up at like
this.
5 a.m.
That
And by the way, I
flirtation
never
is
watched any of your
It's
NSFW
okay, it's
content,
called-
except for the stuff you sent me personally.
All right. It's his preferences, okay? The thing in the beginning that you cut out about women with red hair that are short, okay? That's a preference too, because he picked on Cynic, saying Cynic likes short women. It's him who's like short women. And then it was the Asuka cosplay from Neon Genesis that she did shortly for her OnlyFans or Fansly, and that's what he was commenting on.
Okay, but again, I will reiterate, it was suspicious flirting going on there.
Yeah, it's the problem.
When you were on
is there's
stream.
boundaries.
I was a little worried. Okay, because trust that I do not need tips on how to suck dick.
I told you, anything you said on stream or Twitter or whatever doesn't bother me. I'm only worried about what we say to each other in private. Good, because you still owe me a BJ.
You can't hold me to that.
The hell I can't. So, I will settle for a nice dinner and cuddling while we watch a movie.
Or trying
Where's my
to force
rent?
himself into her.
I know, I forgot.
That's sad. Are you here? Dragon, I don't hear you.
I'm sorry, I had myself muted. Okay, the thing about the BJ was part of a deal from the Discord chats that he brought over to this. So he was promised it if they ever met up, and it's in the Discord chat. Seriously. That's going to come out. And it's kind of in the other one. Like, I think it's in one part. It's hinted at part in the messages, the DMs. You remember to get you the one. But you can use for your thing. It's hinted, but that's mainly coming from the Discord messages. So
Okay,
Now you
let's
know.
play more of
Fix
that.
it.
And that other thing?
What other thing?
Well, you said I can't hold you to a BJ. So I said I'd settle for dinner and cuddling while we watch a movie. Or just call
Keep
me after my
trying.
stream. Good morning, Kelly Bear.
Good morning, Froggy. Ooh, ooh.
How's your night? I've been sleeping early and getting up and making YouTube content. Call me after your stream so we can talk about gabbing with geeks.
I don't really have time for a phone call. I have to get ready to go out. I forgot it was Saturday.
A date?
No, not a date, LMAO.
I figured you were going by Dick's again to do his show. If Mint goes to LA, I don't think I'm going to get out of there to hang out with you guys. I'm pretty sure you don't want me to there anyways.
No, not that either. I'm just going out with a friend.
Have fun. Hope you enjoyed lunch.
Now they
I
have
would
a
say call me
relationship.
later, but I'm sure we both will be too tired. And OMG, you still didn't give me a wrench.
I pinky promise I'll give you a wrench tonight before I go out.
Have fun, Kelly Bear.
Good morning, Froggy. Ooh ooh.
Good morning, Kelly Bear.
Is everything okay? Seemed like things got a little crazy while I was gone.
If you're asking, I can assume Wizard had told you something. TLDR, the cynic/wizard sock account.
Keep in mind, right now, this is a 40-ish years old talking to a 20 years old. Just saying.
Came at me and insulted you in a tweet. I told Wizard to delete it and stop doing that shit, and things spiraled from there as he tried to deny any involvement. He admitted to making some Photoshop pic of me and Finbar, and another one he didn't want to show. I really had tried to make amends with him, but even threw that in my face too. He even admitted to trying to get you to leave gabbing with geeks because I was a old perv who talked to you in a bad way.
No, I just saw the tweets. It seems like your friendship with Wizard can't be repaired. I'm sorry about that. It's the same pic, just replace Finbar's face with mine.
Why? Why would he do that?
I don't know. It is kind of funny. I've been insulted worse, so I didn't take the pic badly.
I'm glad you could just brush it off. If Wizard was just honest, we never would have fallen out, and if he was honest now, I'd be willing to forgive him.
Oh, it was a Finbar.
It's always someone else's fault.
Okay, no. Here's the funny part about it, because it was a meme with him as Jabba the Hutt and Finbar as Princess Leia. Finbar is his right-hand man. And it was basically, get it, slave Leia, slave Finbar. And that's exactly because Finbar was leaking. Every chat Finbar was in, he was leaking stuff. And that's why Wizard didn't trust him. Now you know.
That's funny. And again, always someone else's fault. So let's play more of that.
Hopefully you had a fun night.
You gotta realize I'm dumb.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think a lot of people will be going. No, you're stupid, winky face.
Yeah, but I would like to support Mint and Riley. I'm sure they have fans in Texas that will want to show up.
Riley wants me there a day early and to stay a day after the trial, so I will need a hotel for 3 days. If you don't mind sharing a bed, I can fly you in.
Oh shit, hotels are
I
expensive.
get it.
Worth the price to have a quiet place to sleep at night. So, will you be my guest?
I'm an awful daughter. I can't go anyway. It's my mom's birthday on the 14th.
You'd have more fun with me in Texas, but I hope your mom has a good birthday. Ideally, I want you to treat me like a guy you actually have.
This could actually have been true because there was a Texas meetup that Riley was supposed to do, or it was a free Riley event, because this is close to the biggest problem in the universe. This is where I think it got cut off.
Have an interest in. You don't want that though. You want a platonic
She's not
friend.
interested by
If
him.
I'm flirty, then you get mad at me for talking to other people.
I get mad
And we
when I
talk
feel
about
like
the
you're
OF
blowing me
bubble
off.
right now. That's
You
the
expect
job
more
to
attention
do.
and time from me than I'm able to give. I've told you that multiple times. It's not my job to wake up every day and make sure you feel like I properly responded to all your messages.
When I hear you say how you're sending a flirty text to someone while you are live on stream, I feel like maybe you have a little time to hit me up.
You did cut off more.
I'm not sitting around talking to people all day.
There's a second segment of Truth Bomb in
It's the end part, the 59.
yeah, I think.
What was the text?
I can't remember, but I know there's more Truth Bomb. And that's why I
Yes.
kept it.
It's 50. Is it? It's in the last timestamps. What do you
Among the last few ones, yeah, we are like in the last 3, 4
think? Here's
days.
what I gotta do. What was the last line read?
I can't. The last line is "hit me up."
Did she talk about the flight round trip?
That's a long time ago.
No, because it's at 2 hours. That would put it at the other one. Okay. Oh, I think it is because it's the 51.
Do you have it on the fly, on the go?
Yes, I do. You don't want to just let me. Yeah, I got it.
Perfect.
I got it because I was editing back to the far. I may have said I need to learn with CapCut to basically get the thing.
Yeah.
So
right now we are waiting for the dragon to send the right
Sorry.
footage.
It's fine. It's gonna have
Again,
a little.
you feel like I owe you my time if I'm giving.
Oh, I thought that was it. No, that's not it.
No.
Area,
Let
buddy.
me just get it. It'll be fine. It's one of those ones. It's like where you were asking to cut it up, where you were talking about filler. But I put in private chat is where what I sent you is you can put in the description for this because a lot. Anyways, please don't tell me it's the right case. Oh, I God damn it.
Almost screen share.
No, don't worry about it. No, I got it.
You got it? You got
I do. I did something
Are you
I
sure
shouldn't
about
have.
that?
Nope, I did it. Nope, never mind. I do stuff on the fly. It's all good. I'll find it. It's all good. It's basically there's that one that, as I said, what you think is filler is a lot more the indicator tells. It's because I didn't cut off the first. The problem with editing software, I have to separate it. There is a way you can cut and save things. It's kind of like I have to just
Well, while he's doing that, I will actually screen share because it's taking forever.
no, it's fine. Stay.
There we go. Okay. Where were we?
No, it's about the other. I think it's about where I found out about where we were. We just need to get it to export properly. The other part, it's like that 51-minute mark. It's about it's the exact line. I did find it. So it's the one and
I feel like I properly responded to all your messages.
When I hear you say how you're sending a flirty text to someone while you are live on stream, I feel like maybe you have a little time to hit me up.
I'm not sitting around talking to people all day. Again, you feel like I owe you my time if I'm giving it to someone else. I do not have to give my time to anyone when I don't feel up to it.
I don't feel like you owe me your time. I want you to want to give me your time.
Getting mad at me for not responding doesn't make me want to respond more.
I know. I've been trying to stay occupied.
So whenever you're bored, you yell at me.
When you put it like
That's
that,
very
I
toxic.
had to restart Baldur's Gate 3. Reddit says Dragonborn are a bad race. Well, what are you doing? I'm interested in learning more about you and your life. I understand you do OnlyFans and
More
have to be flirty
one-sided.
for streams. I get that you're flirty when talking to people. None of that would annoy me if I knew that you liked me as more than just a friend. I'm not asking us to date or be a couple. Just knowing you're into me would be enough. Good morning, Kelly Bear.
Good morning, Froggy. Ooh, ooh. Don't listen. You can play however you want.
So again,
here you are, right there.
Again,
If I'm flirty, then you get mad at me for talking to other people.
I get mad when I feel like you're blowing me off.
You expect more attention and time from me than I'm able to give. I've told you that multiple times. It's not my job to wake up every day and make sure you feel like I properly responded to all your messages.
When I hear you say how you're sending a flirty text to someone while you're live on stream, I feel like maybe you have a little time to hit me up.
I'm not sitting around talking to people all day. Again, you feel like I owe you my time if I'm giving it to someone else. I do not have to give my time to anyone when I don't feel up to it.
I don't feel like you owe me your time. I want you to want to give me your time.
Getting mad at me for not responding doesn't make me want to respond more.
I know. I've been trying to stay occupied.
So whenever you're bored, you yell at me.
When you put it like that, I had to restart Baldur's Gate.
He is very entitled. That's hilarious.
3. Reddit says Dragonborn are a bad race. Well, what are you doing? I'm interested in learning more about you and your life. I understand you do OnlyFans and have to be flirty for streams. I get that you're flirty when talking to people. None of that would annoy me if I knew that you liked me as more than just a friend. I'm not asking us to date or be a couple. Just knowing you're into me would be enough. Good morning, Kelly Bear.
Good morning, Froggy. Ooh, ooh. Don't listen, you can play however you want. But I think you said you started a new character already.
I did. I'm enjoying my ranger build a lot. I don't know if you watched my stream last night, but I talked a bit about my fantasy novel and how there is an elf character that people might think is based on you.
I didn't. I was watching The Biggest Problem.
Did you have any comment on this?
No.
No comment, or no, you're not into me?
Every time I start to have a crush on someone, I immediately regret it.
Is this about me?
No.
Shall we see? I saw your Instagram post.
Huh? No.
Well, shit. I have no idea, but it sucks you got a crush on someone that ain't me. Why are you wasting your time crushing on other guys when you got me? OMG, it's Finbar.
No. It's funny because I got hardcore rejected by my crush last night.
Who? Who is that dumb?
It doesn't matter who.
It was Dick.
What the fuck? No.
I'm gonna keep guessing if you don't tell me.
You couldn't possibly guess.
It matters to me. You keep rejecting me, so I kinda wanna know who the fuck you're interested in.
And it doesn't matter. They think I'm in love with them and said they don't see themselves ever feeling the same. And I'm not even in love with them. So can you imagine if I had more than a crush?
Please.
So I will say this. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad because it's very hard to find love. And it's very hard to have two-sided relationships. And I will tell this to everyone out there that even considers making OF. If you thought that was hard before, good luck with an OF. Now, I'm not saying it's not impossible, they don't deserve love. I'm just saying a lot of people will genuinely don't take you seriously if you sell your body. A lot of people are against the idea of OF. Whether you're Christian or... We already had the OF segment earlier in the stream, but again, we see that depicted. She struggles to find love that's actually two sides. And it's normal. It's sad, but that's the truth. It's hard, and it's even harder if you sell your body. So don't sell your body if you don't want more struggle in your love life. As simple as that. Look at all of the stories of corn star that struggle in the industry after leaving the industry. This is what happens to OF model. This is what happens. So let's be honest about that. Let's talk about it with the truth. Let's drop truth bomb. So now let's play more of that.
Tell me. They are lame.
This isn't your business.
No. But I'm curious what kind of guy you like.
It kinda doesn't like me back.
I can't imagine that. Because you don't even have a crush on me. Welcome to my world. Can you at least be honest with me the way that faggot was honest with you?
I have been multiple times. You don't listen.
You
That's
don't like
true.
me as anything but a friend? Just say those words. Just tell me you never had an interest, and all the talk about meeting up and shit was all just you being nice. I'm
He doesn't
listening now.
listen.
I'm sorry, I'm not good enough for you to like. I hope you find someone who isn't retarded and will treat you well. I won't be bothering you anymore.
I fucking have.
Are you still
This is where she admitted she found Johnny. Johnny from the Dick Show.
Yeah. So that's sad, but that's what's going on. She said several times she's not interested, and he keeps continuing in that.
See, okay, no, she kind of hid the fact from him that she had Johnny as a BF, because as soon as she started working with in War LA, she found a roommate out there. She was working with in LA. She found and started dating Johnny. This was like right before the Dick Show appearance. Now, judging by that tone, this tone was being shared with basically everybody. Everyone thought Tony would either hurt himself at the party or attack someone for flirting with her. That was actually the sentiment.
Wow. That's
Johnny sad. There was a text. I think it's in towards the other half, which is towards the end, which is in the past the 2-hour mark where you are at. That it's like, if you go through it, because that they're talking about the meetup, which was going to be Saturday that Tony was in town for. Tony played it up on his show that he was going to have a buffet with Vito. Instead, it was meant to be her. This all comes from the timeline of when he went to the Dick Show.
That's interesting.
And then you see through here that I gave the full history of the events.
Yeah.
The thing about this is she never gave it, but she had not appeared on Gabbing with Geeks for a while.
a part of Gabbing with Geeks? I know you're going to be at Dick's house with Mint next weekend, but are you coming on after that?
Why are you being like this?
You no-showed last night.
I wouldn't possibly have time.
I meant the week after that.
Don't act like you don't know why.
I know what I think, but every time I think I know what's up, I'm wrong. You think I'm not supposed to be bothered by you talking about having a crush on everyone but me. I like you. I like your personality. I like your laugh. I like your cute baby talk. I like Kelly Bear. All I wanted was for you to like me. Not date me. Not be my GF. Not fall in love with me. Not even stop being flirty with other guys. I knew we were friends, but I thought I had a different friendship than the one you have with TJ O'Reilly. It seems like you no longer retweet anything from me.
Okay. I gotta say this. She should have said everyone, don't be dramatic, but she should have also added, I'm done with you. Because it's clear at that point it's a lost cause and they're both annoying each other and they don't realize it. So I don't know, like, it's toxic and
it was a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
But see, this will go for anybody who sees this in the future. Establish relationship boundaries and rules. The thing is, if you don't do it, she never did. He kept creeping closer to it. Basically, there was periods in this, and I know I sent it to him in the private chat, but it should be in the description below. It's Dark Gifts channel. And it's called the Dalish Files, like, fully done. This is basically, you could tell that the communication was off. Now, Tony has dared us to read the Discord files, which apparently this coincides with the Discord files. But the concept here is he never fully got, kind of ignored that she wasn't into him sexually. The other half was she never said she started officially dating Johnny. Now, on Cynic's stream, which there's links below and I can pretty much find that, but those are 18 hours going over it. Which if he wants that, I'll go dig those up as well. The ones are, and I put them in the links and description of mine when I went over this, what was all the source material. The thing about this is going to link into next week, but it goes beyond simping. He was never fully over her. He had attachments. Like, he would play it up as she is like his sister, but he clearly cared for her more. Because me and LG, who we're friends with on YouTube, because we like cover Eric and other things together, we basically said he was trying to screw her. He was going to fly to LA to get sex. We were like, no. And then he appeared on The Biggest Problem in the Universe, frustrated, and he lied about it. See, we didn't know anything about the pizza box thing at the party. Like, bear in mind, he's 6'2" or 6'3". She's 5'1" and was bent over by a door. Like, there's a whole thing about that. Where at the party, he was the only one with shoes on. And he can't blame it on the autism and such. Because he was sitting off in the corner. Because there's a part where it's in The Biggest Problem in the Universe thing. In the last one, they said, you're not at a party. But the thing about this is, there was something I wanted him to play. Because the thing about Tony's story, this was more authentic. Because he, after this point, disappeared from the internet for about 2.5 or 3 weeks, officially. Because he was afraid that she was going to tell the internet and tell the world he slapped her ass or bumped her ass 3 times. His hand, to quote Dick Masterson, his hand just, her ass slapped up against his hand.
Yeah.
So there's a part to this that it just played out again recently. And then he's doubled down on it ever since. And he admitted he deleted all the text messages. So when it came time to counterclaim, he had nothing. She had this. She's about to release the Discord messages. So the idea, what you're hearing here, it goes beyond simpery with him. He attached himself to her. Now, it kind of sucks that he maybe tried pouring his heart out, but Tony probably only ever wanted to use her as a prop.
Yeah.
I'm going to be frank. My thing with Tony in this, the more sexual stuff was cut out. He probably would have if he could have.
And again, they had a very toxic relationship there. So let's play more of that now.
Everyone? Don't be dramatic.
Anyone.
That's not true, because you're upset I had a crush on someone, which implies you have a problem with me being flirty with other men. Why do you have to compare yourself to all the men I talk to?
I just want to know that I mean something to you. Only because you make it seem like you don't like me. Because I want to be your favorite. And being flirty isn't the same as having a crush on a guy. You flirt with Paz and Wizard. No big deal. Having a crush on a guy means he might like you back.
How are you the age you are, but you're this immature? That's what's bothering me.
That destroyed me. When I heard about that, I was like, that's hilarious. That's like the roast at maximum level. Now it's cooked. It's no longer roasted, it's cooked.
That's just fucking...
It's cooked, folks. It's cooked like cooked.
That is not reasonable to ask of a person from the internet. You mean this in a romantic way, and that's the problem. You are too obsessed with the idea of having my affection.
Yes, I want you to like me in a romantic way. Why is that a problem?
Because you can't handle the idea of me dating someone else.
Not if it's someone else only. But if you don't like me romantically, do you think it's fair to tell me about other guys?
You act fucking insane. I can't have this conversation anymore.
You make me insane. I hope you return to gabbing with geeks. If you don't,
Oh my! Is this serious?
This gets worse. You didn't want the end.
I didn't realize that, but is this serious?
don't want me romantically, then don't DM me outside of the group chat. This way, I won't have any reason to be upset.
No problem.
You don't need to reply. I just want to say I'm sorry for fucking everything up. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's fucking up a good
Yeah, he
thing.
crashed
I
out.
can't send this to the group chat, so be mature about me having to privately message you.
Okay.
You gotta get your own Discord server. I need to remove the lily pad. It's making things too confusing, especially when people are trying to have a conversation with you and you tell them that's not what it's for.
I don't want my own Discord. I never wanted people to go look for me there. I thought the section was there for me to drop my stream/videos. If you need me to remove the section, feel free to do so. It's your Discord. I was just there to hang out and talk to you and your fans.
Oof.
Alright, thanks.
That's
You
weird.
get to keep Jay Sonic and the divorced.
Okay, Jay Sonic was a person picked up that he thought was Wizard's alt. Now, she created a Discord. She created a section, quote unquote, called the Lily Pad for him. And Tony has said on record, because Tony had his Twitter, Yeetist the Leetist, okay? Just for the
Yeah.
record. Now, he said he doesn't want to run a Discord because it's too much. Now, the part about this is it does coincide. It's not that Tony's always a liar. It's just when it makes him look really crash, really bad.
This is what we have.
He basically, towards the end, when he was going to LA, this is the messages he saw for the biggest problem. And literally, these messages got shown to Johnny, Riley, Mint, and people at the house. They were honestly worried about him coming out there. He flew out there because, see, there were substances used at the party. You'll see towards the end, right? You'll see this. He was broken. Now, he did. Everyone basically said, I think even Dick basically said, you just was going to give him an out. You did take the advantage just to lightly tap her on the ass because she happened to be nearby. Now, realistically, that's still creepy.
Yeah.
But the fact alone, she didn't. Now, she described this more on Cynic streams, but Cynic streams are like 18 total hours with these messages, plus others talking about it. Mine was 11 hours, but I went over the history of that year leading to that.
That's way too long. But again, is this serious? I don't think so. Let's play more of that.
Yeah.
Anything else I need to know? Good morning, Kelly Bear. So, I looked over my text and I can see how it might come off like I don't want to talk to you or that you don't want me. If I can see how bad it looks, I can only imagine how you took it. I apologize. I never meant it that way. I was frustrated because I thought we had a vibe and I started to feel like you didn't agree.
Well,
Sometimes
she
it
didn't
felt like it
agree.
was more than friends, and sometimes it felt like less. I just wanted to know that where I stood so that I didn't overstep your boundaries and ruin things between us. Hopefully you can forgive me for being dumb.
I want you to notice the gaps in communication.
Yeah, 4 days, 3 days.
I wish I could say that I won't be dumb again, but I'm just a stupid man. Fun stream. Your booty was looking very sexy.
I had to private that stream. Whiskey and dalish should never be allowed again.
Oh man, I wanted to go back and see that booty I missed. Maybe next time stick to tequila on stream and whiskey off. Good morning, Kelly Bear.
Good morning, Froggy.
How's the hangover?
No hangover.
Nice. My DMs are still a bit short on elf booty though.
Bitch, I'm freaking out about my card info being stolen, and you're trying to get me to send ass pics? You're Bill crazy.
That's
But I'll send
funny.
you your booty pics soon.
I saw
Okay. There was a time when someone did steal her card info where he was still in contact with her. She hadn't cut off contact entirely. And this is a claim he has. He even said it on Dick's show recently. Why didn't she cut off contact?
She should have.
She should have before now, because Tony is obsessive. Okay?
Yeah.
I say this as a person who's dealt with him personally.
But I will also add this. Maybe she just likes that someone likes her. A lot of women are like that. They like
She
they like the attention.
relationship with Johnny and still is, because apparently, as of these messages getting released in January, she quit doing OF or fans. I
Wow.
guess this scared her, and then
your Discord post, but
she burned all the stuff he sent.
That's interesting.
figured you had it under control.
I'm still slightly fucked over, but I did get things handled for now.
Let me know if I can help. I can always feed you.
I just want to fight the person who stole my money. I want to hit them with my big ass bong.
You should be allowed to do so. Sucks you earned that money and some asshole just takes it.
Or at least it will get fixed. It's just awful timing.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't mess up your fun with Mint.
Only a little, but not much.
That's good. You both deserve a night out. Good morning, my cute little Kelly Bear. How's the visit with Mint going?
It's good. I am so sick though. I caught a cold.
Cuddle with Mint to warm up.
You're right.
Did you and Mint get on the Dick show?
Yes, Riley was on tonight, but we talked off cam. We should be back on Sunday. And they mentioned doing a meetup on Saturday.
Do you want me to come?
Yeah?
I'll buy a ticket today. If they do a meetup, I guess.
And there's something I was thinking about when I was watching the first time. I just didn't mention it up to now, and I think it's very valid to mention it now. I think most of the discussion they had overall is all about the internet and their connection. So it goes back to what I said several times. That relationship was purely transactional, and it's very sad. Um, Maybe he was attracted to her. That's why I thought he was in love, but I don't think he is in love. I think he was just very attracted by her. Um, Again, it's all about their internet relationship, which sounds from the outside very transactional.
We can all just hang out.
Are you gonna be upset if you see men flirting with me?
Not unless you want me to be.
No, I don't want you to be. That's why I'm asking.
Then I won't be. I just gotta figure out if I should get a hotel or just leave the next day. Will you be upset if you see men flirting with me?
Never. I'd be proud to see you and Vito flirting.
You think Vito will be there? And you think I'll need a hotel? I'll figure it out in the morning.
By the way, I want you to understand, there was something you left out of the DMs. He was fine. He wanted to teach Wizard what it was felt like to have another woman taken from him and cucked in a chair. Okay?
Yeah,
Here's
but that won't happen with her.
Here's the thing about this. He brings this up again that he wants to watch her with like Mint and watch her with other guys.
Yeah.
So the problem is, you're right. This is a thing between two freaks or two strange people. But I am not kidding when I say the actual full DMs. The thing about this is, it is bizarre. The fact alone, she was still doing OF or Fansly to pay half the bills. It's like love or hate, as ugly as sin as some people are. Mint Salad was gaining $50 because guys wanted to do stuff. Okay?
Yeah.
This is the trick. She wasn't poor. She screwed over Riley eventually, right? But she's now with another one. Dalish did, supposedly. Now, she said she went back to a regular job because Johnny probably said, I don't want to date an OnlyFans girl like after a year. But she said after all of this came out is when she officially quit OnlyFans. But her other Twitter is still up. But that's not for me to judge. The thing about a lot of what you're seeing with Tony is this exposed some of the real Tony. Tony's been really spiraling ever since a lot of this came out. And I want you to remember, this all came out because of on a Gabbing with Geeks that he edited out the part that I had to send to Cynic where he was asked to talk about Cynic in Imprint Comics. Multi. All because of that. And then he says, well, there was Sit, there was Wizard, there was Dalish. Then he said, I slapped her on the ass at a party. And all of this spilled out from this. You know, the problem is, blame this on simpery, because when we get into the JFG stuff, that's insane to itself. Because that man has a history. This is Tony. Tony was still in love with her. Now, I will say this, and it's not in the messages, because we'll get through it, because this is the last part of it.
No, I don't think so. And, I'm not sure. It's up to you.
If I'm just there one day, probably not. Unless you want me to stay in LA longer.
We aren't sleeping together. You know that, right?
Not everything's about sex, lady. I thought maybe you would want to hang out the day after the meetup. I figured we would both be busy at that meetup and wouldn't get much time to talk, so maybe you'd want a chance to do so the next day. So I'll be in LA hours before the meetup. Any chance we can have lunch together?
I was honestly hoping you'd be on The Biggest Problem on Friday. Did Vito...
That's what I mean. On his show, he was saying he was going to meet up with Vito to go to the buffet when he was out there. It was all to meet up with Dalish.
Yeah. It's
Tell you-
all about it's not all about bedroom fun, apparently. Hard to believe, right?
You know?
I didn't even ask. Riley mentioned that I should come Friday to try and get on The Biggest Problem, but I didn't want to get a hotel.
Yeah, Riley was excited about the idea when I brought it up. We all were hoping Vito would invite you on the show because you're anti-piracy. Then we'd all be able to hang out after the show. It would be really good for GWG if you did.
Vito never invited me, so I had no idea it was even possible until after I booked my flight. I DM'd Vito about picking me up from the airport, and he never replied.
You're friends with Vito and you're both anti-piracy, so you'd have a reasonable take on his book being leaked. You didn't think to ask Vito to be on the show? That sucks because we have fun plans Friday night and no time to hang out Saturday.
Yeah, that does suck. I'll be in LA all day Saturday. I get in at like 8 a.m. I'm not really friends with him. I can change flights to get in Friday night, but I wouldn't be prepared for The Biggest Problem, and I would need a place to crash.
If you're not on your way to Dick's house, you need to be in the chat shitting on Vito for ruining this for you.
I get why you asked that.
I'm sorry. Are you okay?
I'm fine. You could have just told me.
It's new. Not something I planned.
It makes you hotter. You know I like
More
teasing
flirting.
LMAO.
girls. Your booty felt so nice. Solid 8 out of 10.
It was fun when you did that.
Imagine how else I could toss you around. I think your boyfriend's
This is
jealous.
funny.
LOL, I don't have a boyfriend.
I think your Johnny is jealous. OMFG. They're both snoring so damn loud. It was nice to meet you in LA.
Yeah, it was cool you came out for the biggest universe.
I need to toss you around again.
Nah, that was a one-time experience. Never to be repeated.
Never to touch that booty again. You'll be asking me to do it next time we meet, winky face. For the record, I'm cool with you doing whatever it is you do with whoever. All that is separate from us flirting and hanging out on streams and stuff. Oh yeah, thanks again for bullying me to go on the biggest problem. We're cool, right? You're not upset that I'm not
Many
crushing
days
on you?
later.
That makes us the coolest we have ever been. Now there's no pressure on our friendship.
I mean, you're a nice chick and
Because
cute,
it's
but
silver.
I don't think we'd ever work out. No, none at all. But I'm still gonna flirt because that's just how I'm wired.
I appreciate you saying
Is
that.
it director
You're
girl?
cool. I really appreciate our friendship. You know I'm built the same way.
So, I know that all too well. You're even pretty good at it.
It's my job for a reason.
'Cause it pays well? I did have one question. Why did Johnny say that he thought he had to worry about me? What did you tell him?
I didn't even know he said that to you. I assumed you would have been bothered seeing me with another guy. That's probably why he said that.
She, as the story goes, she said that, she basically said that to spare the feelings involved. So, remember what I said earlier? About that?
Yeah.
The thing that is his bullshit, that they were afraid, like he hadn't eaten at the party because they openly admitted that he basically they were actually afraid he was going to be very jealous at the party. He went off at the party and was sitting in the corner. He was basically so wired on drugs, a little bit of marijuana, a little bit of coke, and a little bit of alcohol, because he says he can handle his drinks. He was sitting off in the corner, so they ordered a pizza, and they gave it to him. I guess it's whatever. Now, she said it more very less heartwarming, but everyone was afraid that he was going to go berserk with anybody, or basically go into depression watching her be flirted with. And in these messages, you see it's after, because I have to go find when he was on The Biggest Problem in the Universe. It was in this month, and then he wound up disappearing because he did not talk about the time of slapping her on the ass with a pizza box. He blamed it. And the thing about it is, that's why the other thing I sent you, joking, 90s Router's going to have this thing out next week. He basically, no offense, I know it's going to sound weird, he took the advantage as she was bent over leaving the house and everyone was cleaning up to cop a feel.
Wow.
Hence why he gets the name I gave him. Get it?
Yeah. Let's play more of that now.
Yeah, good.
Mint taught me that I need to stop assuming what people are thinking or what they'll do.
A little jealous and maybe a little bit motivated to hit on you, but I wasn't bothered at all. It did suck that we didn't really get a chance to talk, though.
You left the bar super early.
I was tired. Mitt and Riley kept me up all night with their snoring. I'm sure we'll get a chance to meet again.
Snoring is peaceful to me. I grew up with my parents snoring. I'm supposed to go to the Dallas meetup, but I'm not sure if I should go.
I don't think I'll make that one. Riley and Min are supposed to come here soon for a meetup, and then to Pennsylvania to go meet up with Hack Tony.
Oh, maybe I'll have to go to one of those meetups. I don't know. I don't like leaving my house.
Me either, to be honest. That's why I'm glad Mint and you were so insistent. I'll only be at one of those.
It's great that you went under the biggest problem. You'll always be part of the Vito and Riley fight lore. That's honestly one of the coolest things you could say. I'll probably be at none of them. I don't know. We'll see.
I hope we're still cool. Mint and Riley are mad at me. I think they're cool people. But I will understand if you have to shun me to stay in their good graces. Nice stream last night. It was funny seeing Wiztard popped in.
Yeah, I tried to ignore him. I don't want to deal with the drama on stream.
Your stream should be fun and drama-free. We gotta get your YouTube monetized.
Not much longer until I am monetized.
Not much longer until you're a bigger YouTuber than me. You just need that one viral moment.
I just need 70 more subs and I've almost reached my watch hours.
Careful. Watch hours fall off so you can't sit and wait for the subs. I'll try to push your channel a bit more to help you get there.
I appreciate you rating the stream last night.
Hopefully you got a few subs. If you stream more often, I can do that more. I want to fuck, but I'm too sad to ask, so I'm sending you this meme instead. I apologize. But damn, you were looking sexy and cute when I met you in LA.
Called me an 8 out of 10 though.
8s are sexy. I'm still a bit sad.
Okay, fun fact about this. This was, now I will say this is where this gets weird. Because at some point after this, she did not tell everybody. She got slapped on the ass or tapped on the ass 3 times. They had a backroom thing. And then Tony basically copped a plea deal to say he may have done it.
Wow. Okay.
And that's maybe why their relationship subtly improved. But I don't know, because there's a point that it was a backroom Discord. She did threaten Tony. Okay. If you do release this, she will. But I guess he copped the plea and said, because he was afraid to get Me Too'd. And then on the biggest problem recently, like when he went on, every time he said you copped a plea to say you slapped her on the ass. And he got mad that he got reminded of it. See, the thing is, he talked about it almost, which would have been January. This is December of the 24 through 25. Through 26 is when he told the story about it because he felt safe.
Wow.
I'm telling you, this is the exact timeline. He went on there, and when Dick reminded him recently he took a plea deal, he goes, that's not what taking a plea deal is. You had a backroom StreamYards call where you, along with Finbar being there, admitted you were maybe high and under the influence and you might have done it. And she did not tell anybody for months, but she felt uncomfortable. She said she told Dick and Riley, she told Riley and Mint, and then after a while, she still felt icky about it. She told Cynic and a few others a couple of months before this whole thing came out.
That's interesting.
She was not telling everybody. And Tony got himself into trouble. So
Didn't get to give you belly kisses and taste those puffy nips. Don't worry. I'll let Johnny watch. Winky face.
I told you
Nope.
this is weird.
So, see how much nicer I am? It could be our little secret if you wish. No one but us needs to know how wet I make you, Kelly Bear. As fun as this is, I'm gonna go hop in the shower. So, unless you want to watch me get washed, talk to you later. It's okay to admit to me that I turn you on. We can be friends with benefits without anyone knowing. Or you can tell me I'm an idiot who reads things wrong. Lol.
Just fuck off.
Ouch.
Wow.
Lol. See you Saturday. I'm sorry if I
Weird
upset
talk
you.
is back.
I know I'm not the kind of guy you want or deserve. I just hope that I could at least be a guy that you weren't disgusted by. I really do like your personality and genuinely enjoy talking to you. The times we spoke on the phone were really nice. That said, I should have gotten the hint a long time ago.
Wow.
I do hope you
Is this
stick around,
correct,
though.
girl?
You add a lot to the show.
He had dark.
And this ends our stream. Well,
Here's the thing with Dark Gift. The problem is when all the DMs came out, I'm telling you. Oh God, you're done.
no, that was something.
So here's the thing. It was Dark Gift and Cynic in them. The part of the reason that this all came out was because I clipped Tony. He was literally asked in a question about Cynic and Imprint and why they fight. I want you to remember that. I know this sounds far-fetched to people.
Yeah.
He then went through everything. That actually caused Dalish to come forward. Because I can give Multi the link to that video if you want it. Because I'm not making this up.
I believe you.
I
think Chad believes you after watching 2 hours.
I
of
sent
that.
this to Cynic. I go, is this true with Dalish? I'm like, because, okay, contrary to popular belief in what weirdos say, they don't realize I have connections around YouTube. They don't. They just think I'm a random person. I've only taken down Tony, Actual Fandom, and a couple of other shit YouTubers. The thing about this is, I sent this, and I'm like, this is a self-report. And do you want to bring up the biggest problem in the universe ones really quick? Nah, next week? If you ever want to see Tony mad, Tony legit just irritated. I showed this earlier. If I want to bring that up, Multi. This was the other day.
There he is. There he is. Okay. All right.
Oh God!
Now is this the?
It's too loud, man. Anyway,
I was gonna say I was gonna turn down the volume, but
I
the
think
thing
it's
about
the
that
perfect moment
is
for the outro, my friend.
you're good. Now that's the point, and you can find that just happened on the biggest problem in the universe this week. The part about that may freak people out is he now calls her a dirty OF whore.
Rip.
He wasn't saying this 2 weeks ago or months ago.
Rip.
Yes. The part about it is, obviously. So, I do have something for you for a tease for next week. And Dick, here you are. Short. It's a good outro.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that's been watching NJF nonstop. Wait, is that?
What is this? What is?
Did you see that Nicholas Garepi got involved in the Frog Tony thing, which is like insane to me?
Nicholas Garepi?
What's that Garepi guy? You know what I'm talking about?
JF.
Yeah, the one who killed his wife.
No, he didn't kill his wife. Get
Whatever.
out
I
of here.
wake up and I see a fucking scholarly essay written about how Frog Tony was done dirty by a woman demanding attention on the internet. It was like an entire fucking academic breakdown of the.
So, Gene, the guy is named JFT. Okay, that's who this is. very of the fame that possibly murdered his wife, white supremacist, as well as believes women are only good for making babies.
Yeah.
Now, that is a thing next week. It's going
Yeah.
to be easier to. He had the hour plus a post. So it's going to be easier. And I do apologize for people with Tony. Like, the problem is it's not the simpery that hurts Tony. It's the lying and manipulation. But the funny part is, what destroyed Tony more than us making fun of him over the years? It wasn't the tooth gap, the missing teeth, which he said he lost to a baby rattle, metal baby rattle to be precise. It's the woman and the acting like a creep. This caused so many people. This got out across everywhere. Now, that's next week. Daredevil, we won't have. We'll have boys.
Well, yeah. So actually, the boys.
Boys starts the 8th.
Yeah. We will do that on Saturdays earlier. So because it's a Wednesday show.
It's going to go from April 8th to the 20th of May.
So we will cover episode 1 and 2, and we will cover 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. So we cover 1 and 2 next Saturday, basically.
Yeah, so
it will be earlier though. I will text you during the day Saturday.
Yes,
but it will be earlier.
Actually, sure. By the way, they're supposed to show a villain in this season that it's supposed to be one of the Christian superheroes. He's in the trailer. I
haven't even seen the trailer.
I say watch the trailer, but he's going to be different from in the comics because in the comics he's part of the Christian group, and he has a tendency. You can tell that Garth Ennis kind of is an interesting individual. He groomed boys. So, and I don't think that's going to be the angle for him this season, because there's a lot of villains that have had their stories altered in the show, so it's less extreme than the comics. But that hero is making a thing. And I'm going to be very curious, with it being the last season of The Boys, because ultimately I'm kind of curious how they're actually going to end it. So, yes, expect that review. I guess I'm sure someone's going to review Mario Galaxies.
Yeah, we will be at least 4 on it if you come. If you don't come,
yeah, if not, I'll have to see. I do have to stream games this week, so I do have
as bad as what people say, but it's not great.
Well, I think the problem is it's the cameos. Oh yeah. By the way, the schedule is on the 8th. It's going to be episode 1 and 2, 3, 15, 4 is going to be the 22nd, 5 is the 29th, and so forth. It's going to be weekly. So the first 2 episodes are going to be the 8th, and then it's going to be weekly for 6 weeks. So I guess what we're going to do number 1 and 2.
So we cover 1 and 2, and on the 2nd we will cover 3, 4, 5,
and then we have Daredevil, which I think should be done by then. But yes, as much as I like movies, I mean, it's like, oh god.
Again, I think the Mario movie is not as good as the first one, but it's still not as bad as what other people say. And what I can recommend you is maybe watch it at 1.5 speed, so you have more time. That's what I do. I usually watch things at 1.5 speed.
Because I'll say there is a thing, I didn't hear much bad about it. It's kind of one of those movies.
The reviews are blasting it on
I think they're mad because I think, well, saying it.
I know why.
Is it because of the cameos?
Yes, but there's more to it. But like
Yeah.
I won't say it because I feel like you will be
Don't.
turned off.
I'll watch it. It might be out on
I
the.
will turn you off if I tell you one of the reason I
It
may
may
see
not. I'm
backlash.
going to be honest. Do you know video game movies? It's like the Minecraft movie was going to make. Look, Minecraft inspired an entire generation of Zoomers and Gen Alpha. You
Yeah.
can't tell me that the chicken, like I've heard the people do it. I'm just like, that movie was probably the most terrible movie released last year, but it's entertaining to a crowd.
I've seen worse movies last year, but it wasn't great.
But no, well, it's late. But yeah, no.
I'd say Mario was better than Minecraft. That's a sure thing. Anyway, what do you have on your end of the internet?
I'm going to be streaming games. I got Crimson Desert coming up Monday. Hopefully, I will have Sorter, my Greek friend. We are going to go over the Islamic conquest of the West and how they do it. That's at least going to be the main topic, and I'm probably going to be touching upon some. It's basically the stages. But it's also, I'll be discussing maybe a little bit of current American politics, with Pam Bondi being yeetist from the White House administration, which doesn't surprise me. But I got Crimson Desert next week. I should have streamed this week, but reasons.
What on my end of the internet, a Requiem stream on this Sunday because I got nothing else going on. And Monday I don't know if I will be streaming. Maybe I will just take it cool. Tuesday, both Task Force X movies and Peacemaker second season. Wednesday, there's not that much happening as well. Thursday is the Super Mario Bro 2 Galaxy whatever. Next Saturday we talk about a white supremacist and we talk about The Boys season 5 episode 1 and 2. And Friday is the day I will most likely finish Requiem for my second playthrough. So stay tuned for all of that because I think I will do a lot of progress this Sunday and Friday I might most likely.
Where are you right now? Anyways, you're at the Leon section in.
Yeah,
City.
I'm about to finish the central Raccoon City, and after central there's the Raccoon Police Department, and there's the orphanage and the plant. Base.
Then you got to do the ending. I mean, it's interesting, like the endings. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I've seen that played. Okay, do you feel that game is worth $70?
Yes, all the way.
Does it have multiple play? Because biggest criticism I heard, it's not like Capcom. What they released it at full price, like Crimson Desert. I can't find on a deal less than $60 or $80.
I tell you this: if you play the game with the different difficulties, it has more playability. And I'll also add this: your second playthrough, you will have access to more things, and the game feels very different because you access the weapon box as Leon earlier than.
Does it have it has New Game Plus? Because the biggest criticism I've seen of that game, I watched you play it because you were doing it later because everyone streams games, so I try to tune in.
Yeah,
my bad. But this is the trick of it: is it's always short, and most Capcom games are really short.
That one is long. My first playthrough, I will admit, I suck at the game. I'm really bad, so it took me like 20 hours the first playthrough. But I think on average, what I've seen out there, a first playthrough is usually 10 hours.
I've heard 10, 12 hours. I think because like Crimson Desert on the 10 at $80, I'm thinking the deluxe edition,
and
it's 80 hours for the campaign and 300 hours to platinum it.
And I will tell you this: like there are a lot of challenge, and I don't think it's possible to do all of these challenge on the first playthrough. I think on a second one, if you're very good and you know the franchise very well, you can maybe beat most of the challenge. I don't know how possible and viable you can finish the entire game on the second playthrough. Maybe it's possible if you're very good, but I think it takes several. It takes at least two playthroughs. This much I know. And what I'd recommend you is if you end up playing Requiem, your first playthrough, you should play it on standard modern. And in your second playthrough, then if you want really insanity, you can do it. But I'd recommend before sanity, maybe play the classic standard. And I will tell you this, there's already a gap between the modern and the classic. The simple fact that you cannot save anything or anytime you want as Grace is a big change, and it really changed the game. Like saving is a resource, and I think it's very fun. There's a way to bypass it by purchasing a specific item. I'd recommend not, except if you play Insanity. I think if you play Insanity, you don't have a choice but to play with the
I
thing.
think it's like, I mean, there's also always going to be the challenges if you want to do it. But the reason why I ask it is some people like it. There's like, that's why I say like with Crimson Desert. Crimson Desert I was going to play last month, but a lot of games decided to reset.
I tell you this, Requiem made me excited about the rest of the franchise. Now I really want to play every.
By the way, how did you like
game.
the change to Raccoon City?
Did
you feel it was a change?
Yes, but by default, how the game works is when you're Grace, it's more horror centered, and it's about dodging and running away and really keeping your stuff together and don't use too much resources. But as Leon, it's you still have the survival aspect where you don't want to use too many items, but it's a lot more action driven. So it's
the reason why I said the change in the lore, it's roughly similar.
I don't know about the lore. I was speaking about the gameplay.
Oh no, because there's an idea. Some people didn't like it, so
I don't know the lore. Like I have every Resident Evil game, and that's my first Resident Evil game I played. But I have all of them. I just didn't get around playing them.
So Resident Evil, basically, the concept is Raccoon City got nuked. That's why it's supposed to look like that.
And you know what's funny? I played the deck building game before playing the video game. Anyway, with this, I am out. I'm excited about the following week. A lot of streams, a lot of video game, a lot of reviews, and white supremacist talk next week. That will be hilarious. I find some people funny out there. Anyway, we are out. Have a great weekend, everyone, and take care.